Good evening and welcome to the playoffs. After a bye last week and seems like an eternity since the Colts have played a home game here at Eugene Capers Field, Caleb Graham Productions is back. And with me again, he's finally out of makeup, folks. The one, the only, Heath Dawson. So, Heath, we are expecting a big game between two teams that scrimmaged at the beginning of the year. It was a little rough beginning of the year. Both Coach Linscomb and Coach Clendenning of Philo and Meadowbrook decided kind of just to take it easy. It's the first time they kind of played in pads, hitting another team. So really, even though we've seen 2 quarters of action between these two teams in mid-August, we really don't know what to expect. And there's definitely two teams that are very, very similar on the offensive end especially.
Yeah, and, you and Tommy taking pot shots saying that I was in makeup last week. I got a kick out of that. So we all have good banter against each other. So, but anyways, yeah, Philo and Meadowbrook scrimmage before the season. And even at that, it was different because of the COVID stuff and short practices. So it was nice to see at least they have some familiarity with each other. But let's face it, tonight isn't going to be no scrimmage. They're going to take gloves off, and it's going to be a duel. Meadowbrook coming in, high-scoring offense, undefeated, has had a near-perfect season this year. Small school champs in the MVL. But Philo, let's not overlook them and their 3-4 record. You would think that 3-4 they've struggled a little bit. As you said, coming into the show tonight, Train, Philo has only lost 3 of their games by 10 points or less. So they have been in some tests 2 weeks ago, the overtime test against Maysville, but look what they did last week. They came out and just played good football, so they're coming in riding high.
Yeah, and you got to look at this as Philo is a team along with Meadowbrook. I know when Coach Clendenning was in the studios Tuesday, he was talking about how much respect he has for Coach Linscomb and his staff, and if hopefully we can get a view of Coach Linscomb in the sidelines. A lot of on Twitter they called him Bo Cephas because he looked like country music singer Hank Williams Jr. He's got that look going this year.
Well,
he's always a wild and crazy guy and changes his look every year, but there's definitely a lot of respect on both ends.
Yeah, and whether they're buying tickets for the Bo Cephas concert or the playoff game, hey, they don't care. They just want the support. But yeah, Philo, a lot of class on that sideline. And something else about Philo is they're not strangers to the playoffs. If you look at the last few seasons that they've had, 16, 17, and now in 20, they've had a lot of success on the football field, especially getting the postseason. And coming out of the MVL, that's not easy to do. So Philo is a tested football program. They're storied. They've had a lot of history over the years. Coming in, Philo has been here. They have done that. So Meadowbrook can't come in here expecting Philo just to wave the white flag, because Meadowbrook, outside of, the early season test, the season opener against John Glenn, close ball game. The Coshocton game here was a really good game. But, when you look at Meadowbrook and their close contest, they pulled both of those out. So, Meadowbrook knows how to win the close games as well. But I'm expecting a high-scoring affair. And, I feel like tonight is going to be a battle of who can make the first stop and get that early momentum. That's what I'm looking for tonight, Train.
Yeah, and it's good. Obviously, it's going to come down to who can create the plays, make the big plays, whether it's Meadowbrook. Obviously, Coach Clendenning loves the onside kick. Maybe they recover an onside kick, change some momentum. Turnovers could be a big key. And like Coach Clendenning's been preaching to his team all year, the one big thing that's kind of been their bugaboo is the penalties. And that's the thing he brought up in our pregame show Thursday night. Talked about how not turnovers, but the penalties are going to be crucial. Keep them at a minimum for the Colts.
One of the things I wanted to see with Meadowbrook, coming out here, as we've been watching them warm up here for the last several minutes, I wanted to see how Meadowbrook come out. Were they loose? Were they tight? They look like they're well polished tonight. Watching them run through their warm-ups here, having a week off. You never know what that's going to do to a team. We talked about it on the KGB pregame show there a couple weeks ago. You were in favor of, keep playing. You know what I mean? And I was in.
Come on, don't try changing the script here.
Yeah, I was in favor of keep playing. You and Tommy were in favor of kind of just taking that time off. I like to stay loose and keep playing. That's just my opinion. I know that you guys said something about injuries and whatnot. But, we'll see how that affects Meadowbrook. Do they come out a little slow, having a little bit of time off, or are they going to be totally healed up, which we know they were a little banged up. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come out, out of the gates tonight, having that week off.
Funny you bring up that point. Asked that same question to Coach Clendenning.
Uh-oh, what did he say?
And, of course, he agreed with Tommy and I. And as soon as he agreed, I was like, we don't have to go any farther into this. That's all I needed to hear because you're with us and against Heath. But he elaborated more, just pretty much like the ideas we said, that it's not worth it. I mean, this is a special team that has a chance to go far. You can't risk a kid rolling an ankle and then missing the next week. I mean, it's not worth it. And that's he has high expectations for his team. He wants to win a regional title. He wants to be in that state semifinals. He wants to be in that state championship. And, I mean, that's what every school should have. Every school should have those expectations. You should expect to win or want to win every week.
And let's face it, Meadowbrook does have that opportunity. You know, when you look at their region, their division, you know, Meadowbrook is one of the top teams there. They got a lot of votes coming into the seeding for the playoffs, and they got that bye. That says a lot from the area coaches that, hey, they believe that Meadowbrook is worthy of that ranking and getting that bye. So, you know, Meadowbrook has some special opportunities to continue down this playoff path. And, you know, they've earned it. They've got here. They again, like I said about Philo. Philo's had a lot of playoff experience, but let's not slight Meadowbrook because they've had a lot of experience here the last several years. When you go back to, you know, when Coach Wells here and then Coach Twitty, you know, they've had a lot of success on the football field here the last several years.
Yeah, it was just 2 years ago when Meadowbrook played Oak Hill and stomped all over them in the first ever home playoff game for the Colts, where they made it all the way to the regional finals, where they had big wins over Ridgewood, Oak Hill, before they lost to Licking Valley in the regional final. So
that was a good Licking Valley team.
Yeah, always good.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a pause here real quick, let you enjoy the sounds of the Meadowbrook Marching Band.
I didn't mean to say you would. I was like, well,
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and honor America in the slaying of the Star-Spangled Banner. The flag-raising ceremony is being done by Byesville VFW Post 3760 and Artillery.
And welcome back. A great rendition from the Meadowbrook Marching Band of the Stars and Stripes, our national anthem. Before we get too far into the telecast, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors, Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, and our new sponsor, Jagged Edge Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. And also say hello to the people watching at Buffalo Wild Wings and the Wagon Wheel tonight. So once again, we appreciate their support of the Meadowbrook Colt football team and our KGP live stream.
Both teams now on the field train. Meadowbrook's running out, obviously hyped to have his home football game. Taking on, again, the Philo Electrics, 3-4 coming in. As I said when we were talking in the pregame show there, Philo, even though they're 3-4, don't let that record deceive you, because they had a loss to Sheridan, who's undefeated, and a loss to Tri-Valley, who's 7-1. So these Electrics are high-powered, and they're a very good football team, well coached, as you said, Train. Yeah,
they lost to Sheridan pretty badly, but everybody has this year, so that's really
right.
I mean, and the thing is, Philo's starting running back is the cousin of the starting running back for Sheridan, who both of them are very good backs for their respective teams.
Very good tidbit there, Train. Meadowbrook's now huddling around, getting a little bit of pregame talk, a couple of the players there.
So we are only seconds away, less than a minute. So we are 45 seconds. We're 40 seconds away from game action here, as both teams get in their final directions. Final instructions on what to do. It's definitely a big game here at Eugene Capers Field. I know walking down you could see where the officials park, and there was officials from all over the state of Ohio here tonight officiating this game. We had Jefferson County, Medina County, so we've got definitely a wide mix of people here tonight.
As we were sitting there watching, it looked like that was Tyler Lacey down there pumping up the Colts football team, giving them a little pregame talk. So Meadowbrook coming out, they look very hyped, ready to go to this contest tonight, Train.
Yeah, I mean, it's the weird thing is it's usually in the playoffs, losing or done.
Right.
But there's still going to be more games for whoever loses this game will play probably Friday night against somebody, but it's not the same as playing in the playoffs, and both teams want to continue to play on Saturday nights and not Friday nights.
Right, and as you said, they can continue playing. For Meadowbrook fans, be the first time we would want to say we don't want to take on Cambridge this year. We want to keep playing. So, hopefully Meadowbrook can continue down this playoff trail. Tonight it starts. This is what they lace up for, as you said, to make the postseason, to do well and go as far as they can. They have aspirations to go on a lengthy postseason run here. So it starts. They've got to take care of business here against Philo.
So we are ready for kickoff.
Looks like the Colts are going to receive.
Carson Kern's kicking off. This guy's got a pretty good leg for Philo. Made a 40-some yard field goal in the scrimmage, and he shows it off here as he boots it to about the 7. As McCall's got it, and he's going to get quickly tackled around the 22, 23-yard line. So the Colts will be in action at their own 23 here, first possession of the game. So the first thing that people should recognize, Tyler Lacey is number 20 tonight, not number 30, as he's going to be lined up as a receiver here for the Colts. Typical spread formation for the Colts. Singleton in the backfield by himself. Lacey's going to join him. Now he's going to come out. Singleton's going to keep it on the ground. He's going to get up to about the 28-yard line. Going to be a gain of 5. I think we have a new down marker over there. We got the, instead of having to move it, we got the digital.
Yeah.
Moving on up, like the Jeffersons. Lacey again in motion. He's going to stay back there this time. Fake going deep, one-on-one coverage over Looks like, was it McCall or Jerome Todd? Jerome Todd, I believe.
Yeah, it was Todd on the out there. Just a little bit high from Singleton. Had it. Chance to plant his feet, but good coverage, too, there by the Philo secondary.
And that's big. This Philo secondary is probably 3 of their better players with Eli Preston, Jackson Ratcliffe, and Casey Munyon. So, again, there's a fake to hand off the screen to McCall. He catches it. And he's going to be short of the first down as...
Was that A.J. George on the outside blocking?
I think that was Carson Kearns who came up there with the block. So that's a gain of 3 on the pass, but the Colts are going to be in 4th and 2. Now it's decision time. And if you know Coach Clendenning, he's definitely probably thinking about going for it here. And they're in shotgun formation. Trips up to the top of the screen, right-hand side. Here's a snap, and he is going to punt it. And per usual, it's going to take a great Meadowbrook bounce as it's going to roll down to the 24. So now Philo will have the ball at their own 24. The Colts go 3 and out. Now it's time to see the Electrics. So Owen Smith, junior quarterback for Philo, in the backfield with him is Munyon, and he's going to get the carry up the middle. He's going to gain about 3, maybe 4. So it's going to be a gain of 3 from Munyon. Sweep the Munyon this time quickly.
Nice
by
job.
The Colts.
Stretching that out by the Colt defense. Very nice.
Todd with the first hit, and I think McCall cleans it up for him. So that's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. So now they're in a 3rd and long here. So early going, we expected some really good offense here, and the defense have shined right here through the first 5 offensive plays.
You're right, Train. This is a big play early for Meadowbrook's defense.
Here comes a blitz from Webster.
Nice job.
And man, Smith is so athletic, can get away from him, completes the pass for a first down. Can't tell who that is. I think it was 26 maybe? 20,
yes.
20, Carter McCutcheon. So that was a big 9-yard gain for them on 3rd and 8. Coach Clendenning knew that Smith does a great job of keeping things alive. Almost intercepted. McCall almost jumped that, and he would have been gone. So incomplete pass there brings up 2nd and 10. Here's a fake the handoff. Smith's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the ground there. It's a good read option. They're going to be in 3rd and short this time. Hayden Lloyd coming in to replace A.J. George here on the defensive line. So another big 3rd down for the Electrics. Both teams known for the big plays, but so far they're having to work for every yard they get.
Spotted, just inside the 43 Train, so long 2 here.
High snap, he recovers, fakes the handoff, and he is hit in the backfield and taken down. I believe Lloyd was the first one to connect with him, as a host of others helped finish the job. Going to be a loss of a yard from Smith. And they're rotating guys in, so it looks like another punt here.
Can't see who that is back there, Train.
I don't know who their punter is. And he is punting.
Try to get another
good
6.
high punt. McCall's got it. He's going to be tackled about the 27. So you said that was Casey Munyon.
That was Casey
the
Munyon on the punt,
punter,
yes.
So. So the Colts are going to start at their own 28. 7:55 to go. Both teams one possession already. Philo picked up a first down, but they had to earn all 17 yards, 18 yards they got on that drive, while the Colts had a good run from Singleton on first down, but struggled the next two plays as Singleton's going to fake it and be met right at the line by the defensive line of Philo. It's going to be no gain on the play. Well, maybe they're going to give him about a yard. So it's going to be a gain yard. 2nd and 9 here. Got trips to Singleton's left. Here's the screen to McManaway. He's got it to the 35, 40,
nice
45. He's going to attack his man, dragging him into fight. He fumbled it.
Fumbled.
That, I think, is recovered by Philo. Well, Meadowbrook people are pointing their way. Meadowbrook people is pointing their way. And we still don't have a decision. And I guess Meadowbrook recovered it, so to the 47. So that's a nice 29-yard reception by McManaway. Colts at the Philo 47, shotgun. Singleton looking down, finds McManaway again. That's going to be a gain of about 7 or 8 yards as he's just inside the 40.
Meadowbrook starting to pick things up here on the tempo train.
Yep, that's going to be a gain of 7. So McManaway was a big part of their offense last game against West. Here's a fake handoff to Lacey as big number 53 drags Singleton down in the backfield. That's Grant Moore.
Singleton had nowhere to go. Philo sniffed that out very quickly.
And that's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 here for the 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Meadowbrook's not finding much room to run right now, but that pass is there, Train.
So the trips is up to the right. Again, that screen's open as there's only really one guy out there as number 30. Kind of sneaks his way out there. Kendall Lent.
Singleton goes wide.
There's a pass to Eubanks. He's going to pick up the first down. So it's down to the 37. It's probably a gain of 6.
Fourth down, about 2 inches.
Oh, no, that's not going to gain the first down.
No. So gain of 5.
Yeah, gain of 5 then. So 4th and inches, Singleton under center. He's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up the first down as he moves backwards down to the 35. So a 2-yard gain on the QB keeper. Not too many times you see the Colts take it from under center. As soon as that happened, you knew the Colts were was going to be a little keeper on the sneak.
Right.
And Singleton's going to keep it again, find a hole, and get down to about 30, just short of the 30, 31. So the Colts just quietly moving here. Both teams definitely earning every yard they get. And we're going to mark it about 30. Here's the handoff to Lacey, and he's going to get hit behind the line. So number 20, Carter McCutcheon, 36, Zach Savage, and 30, Kendall Lent.
It's like a
all on the play.
2-yard loss there, Darren, on that carry. I tell you what, Philo's front is doing a very nice job of getting a push. Meadowbrook finding a lot of trouble running inside right now.
Well, those sweep plays onto the outside that they're just crashing outside.
Right.
Well, Singleton's been able to get some yards when he's went hard up the gut, but here's Singleton's looking down the field, a stop route to McManaway.
It's going to be close.
No, it's going to be, McCall, excuse me.
Yep,
he caught it,
down.
Another first down. Was down to about the 24-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of 8. Colts waiting for instructions here as they're signaling in the plays for him. 1st and 10 with 4:10 and counting here in the first quarter. At the Philo 24, Lacey coming into the backfield. Little pistol formation. Hand off to Lacey, and he's going to get a yard, and then he's just going to be stuffed by the front of the Philo Electrics. Lacey's going to get a yard out of that. So Colts quickly line up.
Right now, those quick hitters are working on the outs there, Darren. Meadowbrook might want to just look at staying with that, soften that front up a little bit, and then go back to the run. But tell you what, that's where they've been able to pick up yards. As I say that, here it is.
Here's a screen to Eubanks. He's going to get down inside the 20 to about the 18. That's going to be a gain of 5. Maybe 6.
Yeah, we're marking it at the 17, so 6-yard gain there for Hunter. Nice run. Singleton right out.
Running up to that touchdown.
17-yard score there for Singleton here at the 2:57 mark.
So finally they got that outside going, and Philo was expecting that quick pass on the outside. Singleton found a hole up the gut, busted through for the 17-yard touchdown run.
And as I just said, if they would go after the outside, might soften it up, and here you see what happens. Nice run right up the gut. Good blocking for the offensive line of Meadowbrook there on that touchdown run. And as usual, going for 2.
And nobody in the backfield, but Lacey could motion back into it. He's not. Singleton's rolling out. He's going to look. He's got a guy open
Wide
by
open.
himself.
Nice.
Jonah McCall, I believe it was.
Yes. I'll tell you what, Singleton did a very nice job of being patient there, as Philo had everybody covered, and they kind of forgot about Jonah on that left side. So nice job of Singleton checking down receivers and waiting his time, and then finds McCall there on the left side. So good job by Singleton being patient.
It's not exactly the easiest thing to do going through all those progressions.
No.
So the Colts strike first with 2:57 to go. As an unlikely Colt drive, really took up a lot of plays, didn't hit anything big minus the 17-yard touchdown run from Singleton. That was the only play I think that was, well, the reception by McManaway, 29-yard reception. Those were the only 2 plays that went longer than 10 yards for the Colts.
72 yards in 12 plays, so nice job by the Colts. Picked up 4 first downs there, so very nice job on the drive.
And ate up about 5 minutes of the clock too, I think.
Yeah, they took over possession at the 7:55 mark, so just a shade under 5 minutes. So.
And Garrett Millam is kicking off here, so you've got to watch for the onside kick if you're. And that didn't get the job done because. And Millam's been outstanding at kicking that onside kick all year, and that one just got away from him there. So Philo is going to be starting in great field position here. They're going to be at the Meadowbrook 44-yard line. We'll make that, they're going to start it at the Meadowbrook 39-yard line. Make that the Meadowbrook 38-yard line as the official continues to pick up the beanbag and move it closer.
Philo is getting yards here without even running a play. So.
Here we go.
Smith under center there.
Here's a screen, and it's going to be dropped by Eli Preston, one of the most reliable receivers of this Philo offensive attack. As one of the assistant coaches out on the field for Philo, letting his players know. Of course, you see the guy in yellow over as their head coach, Coach Dirk Linscomb, but
you can't miss him.
One of his assistants was out there chewing on one of the players.
And you got to love a coach who wears shorts when it's 40 degrees out.
And here's the handoff. Preston makes one miss, gets another, and wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Try to throw a stiff arm on Todd, but Todd was having none of it.
So Preston's going to gain 1 yard on the play. So a big 3rd and 9 here.
Yeah, I don't think this isn't the position Philo wants to find himself.
Yeah.
You know, early on they were having short yardage, but here Meadowbrook's done a nice job of forcing this 3rd and long.
And they're not quite in field goal range.
No.
As he fires one over the middle, caught by Preston. That's going to be a first down at the 25. That's going to be a gain of 12.
He was falling down, and I'll tell you what, Smith put that in the only position that he could catch it as well. So nice job by the Electric offense there getting that first down. And I would say that Meadowbrook did a nice job covering it as well. But just a good play by Philo. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the other team. So.
And Smith's going to hit, and then he's just misses his receiver on the out route.
He was there, but just sailed him.
Came up on him a little too hot. And the thing is, with Kearns as a kicker, he can make it from 40 plus, so they are in field goal range right now. If they don't gain any more yards, it'll be a 42-yard field goal, and Kearns has the leg for that. Smith fakes the handoff to McCutcheon. He's going to be dragged it down to about the 22-yard line. A.J. George on the tackle. So another big 3rd down here for the Electric. It's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 22 after Smith's 3-yard gain. As here comes the boom is playing, as I'm sure you could hear it as it blew up my speakers.
We had eardrums before that.
Yep. Still in shotgun formation. McCutcheon in motion. Here's a screen. And slowed down, finally making the tackle was Josh Hupp. McCall slowed him down. McCall slowed him down. Hupp ends up making the tackle.
Number two on the reception.
Hupp is a little down here for the Colts. So it's going to be, like you said, a gain of 2 for Eli Preston.
So now Philo going to find themselves here in 4th down situation.
And they do have the kicker to make a field goal from here. It would be a 37-yard field goal from this exact spot, but they might be thinking 6 instead of 3. Both trainers out there checking on Josh Hupp as Coach Clendenning makes his way out as well.
Early story of the game, Train. Defense, both teams had an opportunity with the football, neither one able to produce, but then Meadowbrook, you know, when they got their second drive there, they did a nice job, you know, moving the football. And Philo now on the failed onside kick by attempt by Meadowbrook. Philo gets good field possession, and they're making good so far.
And Josh Hupp's going to walk off the field. He's a crucial member of this Colts defense.
Looks like was just gimping a little bit there, so favoring that leg. So let's hope it just was a cramp or a little bang up, and hopefully he'll be able to get back in the game.
That's what Tony Romo said about Dak Prescott's injury too.
Oh man, that was ugly. You know, you and I, Train, being close to the same age, I brought back visions of Joe Theismann, one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen.
And they're going to attempt the field goal. Going to be a 37-yard attempt here by Carson Kearns. So not too many teams try this anymore, usually go for it from this situation, but Kearns has the leg. He gets it up. It's plenty long enough, and it is good.
Nice.
37 yards out. Carson Kearns with 35 and a half seconds left in the first quarter. Kearns puts
3-run
The
shot here in the
Electrics,
bottom
yeah.
of the third inning there, or top of the third. 8-3 there on the
That's the
scoreboard.
Electrics on the board.
It's not a common score you'll see in a high school football game.
There's a certain Kearns that we know that
Yes.
might appreciate him on his Buckeye Trail
Right,
Warrior
right.
football team. As we want to wish good luck to the Buckeye Trail Warriors tonight. And also good luck to the Cambridge Bobcats as Cambridge is playing at Heath tonight. And Buckeye Trail ventured to Columbus to take on Afrocentric.
Try to maybe get an update here
Yep, that's
sometime
what
during the ball game, so hopefully we can find a score for area listeners.
That's what I was trying to look on my phone, and it says Safari is not working.
Oh my, that is
And
booted.
that's a touchback.
Yes. Tell you what, Kearns, as you said, Train, he has a leg. So I always like to watch kickers. I was reminiscent of Aaron Bates, fine kicker from John Glenn there about a decade or so ago. And then I remember a boy from New Philly one year that kicked a field goal in a driving 47-mile-per-hour headwind in the rain. Ray Sims and I couldn't believe it. Arthur Zurcher was that boy's name. So I always enjoy a good kicker. Philippines from Cambridge, good kicker. But so Kearns, a nice job there.
Shotgun here as McManaway goes in motion. Singleton's looking, he's got open field, he's going to take off. And he's going to pick up 6 yards before he's knocked down of bounds. So good job by Singleton, realizing nobody's open and decides to take off. Pistol formation here for the Colts. There's the handoff to Lacey, and Lacey's going to drag us forward to about a yard, maybe. That's about it.
It looked like he was going to squirt through that hole there for a second, but Philo again closing up that inside.
So in the early going, Tyler Lacey's having a tough time getting going. I guess he gained about 2 yards there, not 1, so only 3 carries for 1 yard. Colts rushing attack only with 9 carries for 17 yards, so
he may want to go up there at the end of the
Actually,
first here and grab that number 30 jersey.
9 for 34, actually. I forgot to add in Singleton's touchdown run. So beside that touchdown run to Singleton, the running attack hasn't really got much going.
No.
But we're at the end of the first quarter as the Colts and Electrics will venture to the other side of the field with the Colts leading 8-3.
Is that me just, I mean, is it just moving or, huh? I'm trying not to, I don't know what to.
Okay, welcome to second quarter action here at Eugene Capers Field. Colts on a big 3rd and short here. Both teams jockeying around, trying to get set up. There's a snap. Singleton fires a screen to Eubanks. He's going to pick up the first down, spin off one, and he's going to be down to about the 47. It's going to be a Colts first down.
It's the second first down reception by Hunter here in this first half, so he's had a couple big plays already early for Meadowbrook.
It's a good 19-yard reception. Singleton 6 of 7 passing here so far tonight. Fakes the screen, he's looking, doesn't have a man quite down the field. He's going to check it to McManaway, who just kind of leaks out, and he knocks over a man who holds on for Munyon and to tackle him. It's going to be another Colts first down.
I'll tell you what, as the season's going on, Brady has really become more incorporated into this offense. And, I mean, he has just been making play after play each week, it seems. So, good job by Brady and Singleton for trusting him and making him another option.
Here's the fake the handoff. Singleton's got room on the outside. Cuts back in. He's going to have a first down run. So the Colts offense starting to get some plays cooking here. Is 3 straight plays with a gain of first down as they quickly get up to the line. It's going to be at the 27, so a gain of 11 from Singleton. First and 10 at the Philo 28. Singleton takes the snaps. He's going to keep it up the gut, and he's going to be met after about a yard or two. But he snuck forward, and he's down to about the 23-yard line on there. So it looked like nothing. Ended up picking up 4 yards on the play. So 2nd and 6. Here's the screen to Eubanks again. And he's got plenty of room. He's going to pick up the first down. Going to be inside the 10, down to about the 6 or 7 yard line. Another Colts first down. So they're from the 23 down to the 6. The 17-yard gain as Singleton eclipses 100 yards passing. Singleton's going to keep it here and get down to about the 2-yard line. It looks like. Looks like a gain of 4. So 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Colts. And Singleton going under centers. He's going to keep it and try powering forward, backpedaling, and he is in the end zone for the touchdown. So it looks like Colt Clendenning found a little new wrinkle here as short yardage situations. He's going to have his QB keep it and backpedal into the end zone. So with 9:48 to go in the second quarter, Singleton has a second rushing touchdown, this one from 2 yards out, as the Colts will set up to go for 2 here with a 14-3 lead. Trips left. Singleton's going to roll out to the right. He's got room. Man waiting for him. He's going to find his way. Is he in or not? There's no signal. I guess they're going to say he's just short. It kind of looked like he fell in, but maybe his knee was down before he reached. So with 9:48 to go, the Colts up 14-3. Again, we'll thank our sponsors for tonight. If I can find the page where they're at. Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edge Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. With 9:48 to go, the Colts lead 14-3. So 2 touchdown runs by Singleton and a 37-yard field goal by senior kicker Carson Kearns for the Electrics. It's our scoring so far. Bellum here to kick off again. He's going to hit a little pop to McCutcheon, who's going to let it fall into his stomach and fall down with it at their own 46. So Philo football at their own 46-yard line. 9:46 to go in the first half. So the Electrics offense has really had to work for everything they've got here tonight so far. Smith and the pistol has a little problem with it, gets it to Munyon, and Munyon's going to pick up maybe a yard. The senior Chase Munyon not having much luck on the ground. They're going to give him 2 yards. Only he's got 3 carries for 4 yards in the young night so far. Munyon, one of the better runners. He's been a starting running back for Philo since a freshman, so this is his 4th year starting on the varsity team at running back. Here's Smith hands it off to Munyon again. He's going to find a hole. He's going to get a first down. He gets it to the outside. Todd trying to line him up, and him and Todd connect, and he picks up the first down to the 25-yard line.
Philo's biggest play of the night.
And that's going to be a 27-yard run. So as soon as they said something about him struggling, he's like, "Here, let me show you what I can do." And he's going to get it again, break a tackle at the line. He's still up, and he's finally tackled just inside the 15-yard line, and that's going to be another Philo first down. So another 10-yard there.
Some Munyon busting things open here.
And this time Smith's going to keep it, and he's going to get maybe a yard on the QB draw. It's a 1-yard gain from Smith.
Yeah, Philo finding back-to-back successful runs over that right side, so need to get a push on that left side of the defensive front from Meadowbrook.
Shotgun here. Smith rolling, looking, fires, finds his man. First down inside the 5. Not sure who caught it.
Number 2, is that number 2?
Well, number 2 is Eli Preston, his top receiver.
So it looked like Train, so
that's what we'll go with.
They've got it marked at the 3.
So,
so
11-yard gain. Here's the handoff to Munyon. He spins off a guy, and he is in the end zone for the touchdown. So the Electrics quickly answer. So just over 2 minutes later, the Electrics answer with Munyon from 2 yards out. So now the question here, are they going to go for 2 or line up for the extra point? Looks like they're going to line up for the extra point, maybe. And the kick is up and good. Kern showing off his leg on the extra point there. So a very quick answer by the Electrics after the Colts put together a great drive to take a 14-3 lead. The Electrics come right back with a nice drive to cut the lead back to 4. Now Kern's got the football getting ready to kick off. Last time booted it into the end zone, so he's definitely proving that he's got a solid leg under him. And he booms this one down into the end zone again for another touchback.
I don't think they want Mr. McCall touching the football tonight. So Meadowbrook with 7:44 to go here in the half. Philo, big credit to them. Put together a very nice drive, a couple successful runs by Munyon. Meadowbrook's going to have to answer. It's kind of reminiscent a little bit of the Coshocton game.
Yep.
Where Meadowbrook was able to score and Coshocton would answer. That's Philo's done it twice now. So see what Meadowbrook has here on this drive.
Here's going to be the handoff. Looks like Schwartz might be in the game here now.
I think you're right.
Yep, and he's going to pick up 2 or 3 there for the Colts. We'll give him 3 on the play. No, they're going to say 2. I'm sure we'll give him 2.
2 3/4, but we'll call it 2.
Yeah, we always round down, I guess.
Yes.
Singleton fires a quick slant. It's going to be a first down for the Colts as McCall holds that in.
Train, that feels like that's at least about the 6th first down they've been able to get like that on those quick hitters here in the first half. Just outside
the quick slants, little stop routes.
Is that out to the 31? 30.
Just got the first down, but it got the first down. That's about 8 1/4, I think, is what they had there. Singleton rolling out, looking down the field, eyes down, fires it deep, just over and through the hands of Jonah McCall.
Tell you what, that was a pretty good ball by Singleton. It was right there, so McCall was being shadowed by one of the fine secondary players.
I don't think the official that had to go get that football was very happy about having to go get it.
No.
As he kind of looked over at the Meadowbrook sideline and wanted somebody to run out in the field and pick it up for him.
But they get paid the big bucks, right? So
they're not quite at the Tommy Strasser level of payments, but they're definitely a close second.
We'll leave that alone, won't we? I'm sure he traveled by tour bus to his playoff game tonight.
Singleton's going to keep it on the QB sweep. He's going to get a first down and more. It's going to be dragged down about the 46-yard line, so that should be a gain of 16. So Singleton all of a sudden starting to find room on the ground as he's got 70 yards rushing here in the first half. Trips right here. Singleton's going to hand it off to Schwartz. He's looking for hole, busted up and picks up about 3 on the ground.
Darren, it just seems like Philo is just focused on stopping that run. They have been very stingy. Of course, Singleton has busted open a couple different times, but between Lacey and Schwartz, not much room to work tonight.
Yeah, 2 and 3 yards has been the best for Lacey and Schwartz. Right. Well, really, Singleton hasn't had a whole bunch of room. He's got that two or three big runs that's kind of helped his rushing yardage.
It's been those little quick outs is what's been there. So
here's Singleton's going to roll out.
Another one.
Finds a wide open McManaway. Just kind of stops there, gets to about the first down marker, stops, catches it, falls down, picks up the first down at the 44.
And I'm glad you made that point because the Meadowbrook receivers has done a nice job of sitting down underneath that zone, finding open, openings, and how many first downs have we seen now that the Meadowbrook receivers have been able to do that? So nice job by the receiving corps tonight by Meadowbrook, and of course by Singleton for finding them.
So after missing his first pass of the game, Singleton's only thrown one other incomplete pass, and he's going to keep it on a sweep. Going to have a first down. And he's going to pull down to the 20-yard line. So again, another first down, another big run by Singleton. This one's going to be for 24 yards. So that's his 4th carry of at least 10 yards here in the first half.
And he's closing in on 100. Just what the doctor ordered, this drive here for Meadowbrook.
Singleton's looking, firing just short of the end zone. It's caught, and McManaway is going to walk in for the touchdown.
And I'm not so sure he wasn't looking at Todd there because he had Todd right behind McManaway. So nice job there by Brady just to make sure it was caught. But Todd would sit right down there waiting on it as well. So
Brady McManaway having a heck of a first half. 5 catches, 71 yards, and now the 20-yard touchdown reception from Singleton.
They didn't waste no time scoring. So a little over 3 minutes there.
And the Colts are going to line up for 2. Now the big thing for Meadowbrook is Philo gets the ball to start the second half, so I'm sure Coach Clendenning kind of wishes they would have took a little more time off. And Singleton's going to fake the handoff, keep it, fire it in, and it is good. That is Hunter Eubanks with the 2-point reception.
Get a 2-point conversion. 4:37 left to halftime. Colts 22. Wow.
So 22-10 Colts. Big thing, the Colts are 2 for 3 on the 2-point conversions. Really puts a lot of pressure on the other team when you can convert that 2-point conversion instead of kicking the extra point.
Tell you what, two big plays there by Singleton, a 16-yard first down run and a 24-yard first down run. So picked up 40 in 2 runs to keep the drive moving. And then, nice job throughout the drive by different receptions. You had or receivers. You had Jonah catch a pass. You had Brady catch a pass. You had Hunter. So nice job again by the Colts receiving corps. Their offense is starting to wake up here a little bit as we get longer into this game.
So with 4:37 to go. Garrett Millam's going to kick it off again. He's going to fake it, and Hupp's going to boom it down, and it's going to land at the 28 and bounce and whoa. And then that's going to be a flag on Philo. Yeah,
that's our first flag of the game.
How about that? The Philo player was hoping it was going to go out of bounds, but it just stayed there, and he knew he had to make a decision, and it was a little kind of unsportsmanlike conduct on the hit is probably what's going to be the call.
Yeah, but Train, what would you rather if you're the coach? I mean, he should have picked it up, but I mean, because it's a live football. But that's one of those ones where, in my opinion, you almost say, okay, we'll take that one, because if not, Meadowbrook was going to recover about the 30-yard line and be in great shape.
And Coach Linscomb's talking about it right now with the officials, saying, "Oh, those rowdy friends are coming over tonight."
Let's see what we get here.
And the flag must have. Did the ball go out of bounds? Because they're going to mark it at the 35.
I think that's what they're calling, that it went out of bounds.
Okay, and so that explains the flag then. The flag was on Meadowbrook and not Philo.
So one of those weird penalties where you get a penalty but no yards.
No yard, yeah.
So our first penalty, still no yards for penalties.
And here's the handoff to Munyon. Freezes and pounds forward for a gain of 7.
Darren, he is such a hard runner, man. He finds the hole and he goes and churns, and as this game's wearing on, he is just starting to get warmed up. So I mean, I tell you what, he is a nice runner.
He's not the biggest kid at 5'9", 164 pounds, but he's well packed.
I was going to say he is a bowling ball of a kid. So very powerful coming out of there, keeps those legs churning.
Philo's going to have it at their own 42 with 4 minutes and ticking. Man in motion's Munyon. He's going to swing it out to him. It's going to be an incomplete pass. I was going to say it was a forward pass, but nobody was making a call for it. You never know with the officials, as our friend Tommy Strasser knows about the spikes. When they spike the ball, especially as his Arkansas Razorbacks took one on the chin last week against Auburn on the spike that should have been a fumble. Shotgun here, 3rd and 3. Munyon's going to keep it and get the first. He's going to race past, and Eubanks is trying to drag him down. He's going to slow him down, but he's down inside the 20. Man, once he explodes through that hole, he's tough to bring down.
He is just quick to that hole and powerful. Once again, finding a hole there. Philo's, creating the holes for him, and he is finding them. And I'll tell you what, I mean, he's quietly creeping up towards 100 yards now as well. So good first half by Mr. Munyon. Meadowbrook's going to have to make some adjustments in this second half.
That's going to be a 39-yard run, so I got him down for 89 yards now. I opened my big mouth and said he wasn't doing much, and he's taken off since then. As a screen to Preston. He jukes one, breaks past another, takes on a Colt defender. Is going to be down to about the 1 or 2 yard line on the screen pass.
Another first down.
Yep.
So they're setting up shop right inside the 1, so 17-yard gain there.
Really, I think coming in, Jackson Radcliffe, number 3, was their big-time guy, but Eli Preston showing he's a big, important part as Munyon powers in from a yard out. With 3:01 to go.
Tell you what, Philo answers quickly in 1:36, so very impressive there. Meadowbrook's going to have another opportunity, though, with the football here before the half, so we'll see if our home Colts can do something when they get the ball back here. Kern's going for the PAT once again. Tell you what, he has a leg. He puts that clear back almost on the track.
So it is 22-17. So I said the Colts gave the Electrics too much time to score. Well, I think the Electrics might have done the same thing here.
Right.
So 3 minutes and 1 second left. 1 second left in the first half. Some big scoring here in the second quarter as both teams with 2 touchdowns apiece. Munyon with a 1-yard touchdown run, a 2-yard touchdown run. Singleton has a 20-yard touchdown pass to Brady McManaway and a 2-yard touchdown run from Singleton. So after a little sluggish start by both teams, all of a sudden the offense that we expected has showed up.
Right. As I said, though, the Colts coaching staff is going to have to figure out a way to stop Munyon.
And Kearns pops this one deep, and
so they're going to get a chance at the
he's
3.
going to catch it about the 2-3 yard line.
They got a wall set up for him.
He's going to be past the 30 to about the 33
Nice
before
job,
he's knocked
Jordan.
out of bounds. The Colts are going to set up shop at their own 33 with 2:52 to go. So 2:52 left in the first half. Colts holding on to a 22-17 lead.
It's a nice 30-yard return there by Jonah to give Meadowbrook good field position to start this drive.
Shotgun formation here, as usual for the Colts. Singleton rolling out, looking, firing deep. Overthrows. Todd kind of misread it a little bit. That's only the 3rd incomplete pass of the night for the Colts.
Yeah, Singleton has been on point, but again, they've not really gone deep that many times. You know, we're used to seeing Meadowbrook hit a long home run. We haven't seen that. So Philo's done a nice job of defending that deep pass, but the short underneath stuff's been there.
The 3 incomplete passes have been passes thrown deep down the field. So
you're right.
Credit Philo's defense for taking the deep ball away and making the Colts earn every touchdown.
You're right.
So here's a screen to
As we see
Eubanks.
that yet again.
And he's going to be quickly wrapped up by Lint. It's going to be only a gain of 2.
And Lint better be glad that he got a hold of him, because if not, I think Hunter was going to see a lot of daylight there.
It's one thing you got to give credit to both these teams. Definitely fundamentally sound on defensive end.
You're right.
Tackling. Empty backfield here.
I was going to say, you got receivers all over the place out there. You know, right now, Philo better be looking for number 12. Brady has made some big plays when they've needed him.
He's looking, rolling out, scrambling, and he
close.
might have got the first down.
I think that push, as Philo wrapped him up, it helped push him forward.
Steele Hamble holds on, but he drags him for the first down, so a big first down run there by Singleton.
He got him marked right at the 44, so nice 9-yard
gain. And
Singleton looking deep.
And it's going to be incomplete. So
Todd got his hands on it.
So the 4th time they've looked deep, and unfortunately for the Colts, they're 0 for 4 now on the deep ball.
And I tell you what, Philo was there. They had 3 guys back there on Todd. I mean, Jerome has not had any room to breathe tonight, and that's a credit again to Philo's defensive secondary there.
So 140 to go in the first half. Singleton fakes the handoff, and he's going to be hit behind the line. Breaks one, breaks two, and then finally taken down about a yard and a half short of the first down. A good 9-yard gain from Singleton, which is going to put him over 100 yards rushing for the night.
Got him marked, what, at the 48?
So it looks like a gain of 8. So we got third and a short 2 yards. Singleton's going to fake the handoff, fire it to an open Brady McManaway. Who do you think else was going to go for that short little route and pick up the first down?
Proved to be a little bit prophetic there a second ago as I was talking about Brady's game tonight. So nice job by Mr. McManaway yet again.
And that's a gain of 9 yards. And timeout, Philo.
Right at the 40, so nice job there. 8-yard gain by Brady. And Trey and I unofficially have Brady now up to 86 yards on 6 catches.
Yep.
Got a minute and 7 to go here in the opening frame, and you know, Meadowbrook's got their timeouts, all 3. So I mean, there's a little over a minute to go, but Meadowbrook doesn't have to really rush anything with those timeouts. I mean, they can get a big play and call a timeout. So, you know, they've got an opportunity to get a score here with 40 yards to go. You know, we'll see what they draw up here.
I mean, the way this game's going, you don't want to say this is a must-score drive,
but
the way it's going right now, it's a must-score drive.
It is. I mean, Meadowbrook needs a score. I mean, they're clinging on to a 5-point lead here. A score here before the half would be huge for that momentum, knowing that they got a comfortable lead instead of that close lead. You know, the way Philo's put together their last 3 drives, they've scored. You know, they're 3 for 3. So they, Meadowbrook needs to get into the end zone here. Oh, big
and there's the
That's Philo's first penalty of the game. So, you know, we talked about at the outset about, you know, Meadowbrook's penalties, you know, being kind of an Achilles heel this year. So, you know, they've done a nice job with only the one, you know, with the kick going out of bounds. But that's Philo's first. So both teams have been very disciplined tonight.
And that's what you have to be, because in a game of importance like this, you can't make those little mental mistakes. And right there, that's one I'm sure Coach Dirk Linscom's not very happy about.
No.
Singleton's going to find a hole, but he's going to get met by about 4 defenders. I think number 56.
2 on the carry there. And,
Braden Johnson was the first guy.
First time out.
So I think Singleton gained a yard on that.
2 they give him, yep. A little generous there.
So Meadowbrook's going to burn their first timeout as we are under a minute, 56.4 left in the first half. Definitely feels like this first half has taken a while, but when you have quick, high-powered offenses like these two teams have displayed here in the second quarter, the clock's not going to run much when they're finding pay dirt.
Uh-oh. Little vanilla ice baby. I might have to get up and start dancing thinking it's 1991 again here.
So Colts are going to have a 2nd and 4.
If Trevor Black is listening to the game tonight, I know he is up off the sofa dancing. So, Trevor, if you're out there listening, hope you're enjoying the ball game tonight.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers each side. Singleton takes snaps, looks, and he's going to get hit.
Inopportune time to be sacked.
And Philo's coming up with the football. They're going to say it's still Meadowbrook ball.
Referee, I think that's Philo being a little bit.
And wait, they are going to say it is Philo football.
I don't know who recovered. It looks like number
41, Blake Dayton.
Yes, 41.
Their standout linebacker, senior linebacker, Blake Dayton recovers the fumble. Talk about a big change in momentum.
Yes. So we got 46.4 to go. So let's see what Philo might try to draw something up. And one thing you better be doing is keeping an eye on number 6 right now, because the way he's able to break free, who knows? I mean, you better keep an eye on him.
And although Smith hasn't shown it, he does. He can throw it down the field. He's got not Munyon, but Munyon can catch it down the field. Radcliffe and
Eli Preston
as his 2 main receivers. We haven't really seen him look to go down the field, but he's been able to keep some plays alive with his legs.
And you said at the outside, turnovers could be very, costly, which, I mean, that's pretty evident in most ball games. But, to have your first turnover at such a
Well, actually, they're going to give the ball's going to stay
it's
Meadowbrook
back to
side.
Meadowbrook.
Okay.
Well,
I guess they were just calling timeout, Philo, is what that was. And wide open over the middle of the field is Todd. He's going to get the first down, taken down about the 16.
And that before that play, it was a 4-yard loss, just so people would know. So at the 37 is where that started from, and then Todd with the reception.
And that's going to be a 21-yard gain, I think.
Yeah, from the 37 is where Todd caught that. So
believe it or not, that was Jerome Todd's first catch of the night.
Well, huge, though. Wow, what a turn of events.
And so during this timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers.
Yeah, and they give, as you said, Train, they give Jerome there a 22-yard catch. So, wow, I don't know when Philo they came up with the ball, they were running over to the field. We thought 41 had it. The ref was signaling towards Philo's way, and then all of a sudden you see him come out of the huddle. So as you said, the ref wasn't real clear there on the timeout, I don't think. So
yeah. Well,
kind of fooled everybody over here on the Meadowbrook side, because they were all kind of grumbling. So fortunately Meadowbrook was able to keep the football here, and then huge big play Jerome Todd, our executive producer Carson's brother. So good job by Jerome there, and Carson doing another fine job bringing this broadcast to you tonight for KGP Productions.
Couldn't do it without him, that's for sure. Singleton looking, spins around and is taken down.
Take that.
Big number 52, Steele Hamble. And Meadowbrook's going to use another timeout, so that's a tough 10, maybe 11 even yard loss on the play.
Back to the 28, yeah. No, 27, 12 yards.
12.
Yep. So now he is back under 100 again.
So the electric defense making some big plays here. As we have a little conversation, we want to fix the clock, it looks like. $27.4 left in the first half.
I'll tell you what, whoever the DJ is here tonight, they are absolutely doing a great job.
Knocking it out of the park.
Knocking it out of the park, yeah.
Papa Roach, last resort.
P. Roach. If Woody Biggs is listening to the broadcast, he won't approve. He wants to hear the Gaithers or somebody, but of course we always tease each other. I like rock music, so I'm definitely 2 thumbs up on that one.
Wants to hear some Statler Brothers?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I won't say that. Oh, he's got him.
Got him, and it's incomplete. Almost caught by Todd, and also almost caught by a defender.
That was a little bit of everything. I'll tell you what, I don't know if Singleton's thrown more passes in a half than he has here in this first half. Man, he has absolutely slinged the football tonight.
I believe 19 passes attempted here so far.
Donnie Kearns, he would be scratching his head. He wants to run the football every time. Somebody coming, number 12.
Fumble. And it's going to be.
I think Philo's recovered it.
Well, they're saying Meadowbrook ball as Coach Lincecum's sliding back and forth on the Philo sidelines.
He is absolutely a character to watch him.
So now it's going to be back to the 32-yard line. So
-5.
And that's going to be the half. What an end to the first half by the Philo Electric's defense with 2 or 3 sacks, two near fumble recoveries. So we're going to take a quick break here. We'll let you enjoy the sounds of the Meadowbrook Marching Band. And we'll be back after this with first half analysis.
Program, Global Exploration. Our featured soloist is Connor McIntyre on trumpet.
Halftime at Eugene Capers Field here in Byesville, and at the break our score, Meadowbrook 22, Philo 17 was a great first half of playoff football action. Welcome you back into the stands. I'm David Kinsley and quarterback gave a single hit on a blindside sack, lost the football, recovered, but they only had 10 seconds and no timeouts, and they weren't able to line up and get a snap off and try a Hail Mary to end the half. So it ends 22-17, and that is our score at the break. And Andrew, you said in the break right there, sure they're down by 5 points right now, but Philo feels like they have all the momentum right now, and they're probably a little more jazzed up right now.
Right, walking off the sideline, I mean, each team just went to the opposite end zone. But Philo was jumping up. They were pumped. They just made a big stop against Meadowbrook, and Meadowbrook just kind of slowly walked over to the end zone.
All right, we have a lot coming up on the Ohio Educational Credit Union halftime show. We will get you scores from around the area. We have a halftime trivia question. We will throw it back to the studio and check in with Skip Mossick
Welcome back to halftime here at Eugene Capers Field. Before we get into the first half statistics, I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight. Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. We also want to thank people watching at Buffalo Wild Wings and the Wagon Wheel tonight, as they are showing our live stream to the people eating their fine food. So Heath, looking at the first half statistics, we talked about we expected some offense, and we definitely got that, especially in the second quarter. So just give us a first half breakdown on both teams.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Singleton on the ground, several big runs. I had him unofficially at 19 carries for 90 yards. So nice job. And 2 touchdowns on the ground for Mr. Singleton. And he found Brady through the air. So he's done a nice job, on both sides, running and passing tonight. So far for the game, Singleton only has 4 incompletions, Darren. So nice job of finding all of his receivers. Brady McManaway has 86 yards tonight, so receiving on 6 catches. So nice job by Brady. On the other side, flip side, the story of the game for Philo has been Mr. Casey Munyon, senior running back, 5'9", 165 pounds. He has 9 carries for 91 yards and 2 TDs. So, Philo's offense has been good, but it's been Mr. Munyon who has hurt them with a couple big runs. So, I think if, Meadowbrook's going to pull this game out, they're going to have to stop Munyon. And on the opposite side, I'm sure Philo's thinking, how are we going to slow Singleton down? So, it's really going to be a
well, they might have found a formula. It worked there at the end of the first half, where they so.
Yeah, so. But that's some quick stats for you there.
And with Munyon, you'd think he had a big touchdown run with those 9 carries for 91 yards, but his 2 touchdown runs are from 1 yard and 2 yards. So he's busted off some runs, and then they've gotten the red zone, and he's been the cleanup man for him also. So we're only a mere seconds away from second half action, as the Colts lead 22-17 halftime over the Electrics.
And Owen, junior quarterback for Philo, Owen Smith is 5 of 9. So he's done a nice job when he's going back in the pocket looking for some Philo receivers.
As we're going to throw 3 more minutes onto the clock, which I absolutely love about high school football. The buzzer sounds for the end of the half, and then we add 3 more minutes.
And Eli Preston has been Owen Smith's favorite target, 4 receptions for 42 yards.
Both teams came out a little sluggish, had to punt on their first possession, but after that it's been offense and offense and offense.
Right.
It's been
another good player for Meadowbrook here tonight is Hunter Eubanks. Has 5 receptions for 49 yards. Also had that huge 2-point conversion there, reception. So that's what give the Colts their last 2 points in the first half there, leading 22-17. Philo is going to get the ball coming out of the break here. So it's going to be a test for Meadowbrook's defense right off the bat to try to slow Philo down, because you don't ever want to say that it's a do-or-die situation, but Meadowbrook, if they're going to want to win this game, I think this first possession of the second half here is going to be huge. It's very critical for Meadowbrook to get a stop and get that momentum back, because Philo early on, let's remember they were down 22-10. And Meadowbrook was starting to look like they were starting to flex their muscles. Philo answered real fast in about a minute and a half with a long scoring drive. Munyon ripping off a couple big plays of its own on that drive. So, Meadowbrook, they started to pull away, and like I said, it very reminiscent of that Coshocton game. How Meadowbrook just seemingly was just on the verge of taking control of the game the whole game, and it's kind of been that way tonight. It just felt like they were almost on that verge, and each time they did, and again, credit to Philo's coaching staff and their players, because they've answered the bell each time. So, it's going to be an interesting second half. The offense, we promised that it was going to be an offensive game.
Yeah.
We did get to see a little bit of defense. The turnover, that wasn't. We thought that was going to hurt Meadowbrook, but it did kind of stall them there, going right before the half, and then a couple big sacks for Philo. So You know, this second half, I think it's going to come down to, you know, what defense can step up. I mean, if you're going to win this game, you've got to make a stop. So, you know, Meadowbrook is going to be faced with the challenge first. So we'll see what that defense can do and what their coaching staff can dial up.
So now we should be mere seconds away from starting the second half as both teams are jogging off the field and they're getting ready for the second half kickoff. The Colts will be kicking off to the Electrics here, so we're going to get to see what's up their sleeve here to start the second half. Will it be an onside? Will it be a boot down the field? We just don't know. Sometimes their special teams likes to get a little creative with their kickoffs. As the buzzer sounds to start second half action. The freshman Garrett Millam is out there as kickoff, so he's normally the guy who does the little squib kicking for him. Millam is lined up to kick it off here. And he is going to fake it, and Hupp's going to boom it down to about the 40. It's going to be cut, and we're going to get up to about the 47, 48-yard line. Don't know who exactly it was. Looks like it was 13.
Yes, 13.
It's Dakota Hall.
As they slam the door again and mess up Carson's tripod here.
So 1st and 10, Philo at their own 48. 11:54 to go in the first or second half now.
Yeah.
And here's the handoff to Munyon, and he's going to find a hole, dart forward for about 3 or 4 yards.
At this
Now
point,
it's a 4-yard gain.
At this point, that's almost a win the way he had been running.
Mm-hmm. So they went from their own 48 to the Colts 48. Pistol formation. And here's another handoff to Munyon. He's going to get taken down behind the line. Damon Webster, the senior linebacker, trips him up for a loss of 4.
Trained the week before last, so in the pregame show, you were crediting Mr. Webster for having a good senior season here. You know, that defensive front has been able to allow him to roam a little bit free. So, you know, very good job there by Damon.
Yeah, he's been able to blitz on the edge and make some plays while they've been too concerned about the guys up front.
That's a huge 4-yard
So big 3rd and 10. Here's Smith rolling out. He's going to fire it, tipped, and almost intercepted. A big defensive play by Damon Launder, the junior safety.
I'll tell you what, that is a huge stop for Meadowbrook.
I mean, you got to give a lot of credit. Comes back to that second down play on Webster getting in the backfield and hitting Munyon behind the line. He's had his way after a little sluggish start. He's been doing a great job. And here's a fake.
They got it.
And it's incomplete.
Incomplete. And they had it set up.
What a play. It's a good read by number 4, McCullough. He went out there and played a corner spot, realized the fake was on. The pass was dropped. What a big break for the Colts. So they rolled the dice and it came up snake eyes, and the Colts are going to have it cooking at the Philo 48.
And I tell you what, it couldn't have started better for the Colts in the second half, stopping Munyon twice and then dodging a bullet there. So
there's a handoff to Schwartz. He's going to find his way for about 3 or 4 yards.
Nice job by Schwartz there.
Going to be a 3-yard gain.
And you know, we haven't seen Lacey since the first quarter of this game, which that's very rare because you know Tyler's had a very good season. So
he's standing on the sidelines with his helmet off. So
right, I don't know if he's dinged up or.
There's a handoff to Schwartz again. He's going to find a little bit of room and
Still
try
dragging.
push him forward. He's going to be a gain of 4 on that one.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs.
it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they give him just a shade, I guess. So
it's going to be marked at the. Actually, it's going to be 3rd and 4. It's at the 42. So down to about the 40 is Singleton, so it's going to be 4th and short here.
Any decision train?
I think we know what's happening here. Actually, it's only going to be a gain of 1. They're going to mark it at the 41, so it's going to be 4th and 3. And quickly, Meadowbrook's lining up to go for it here. But they usually do, and there could be a punt possibly here from Singleton, a little quick punt, but you never know.
I don't see them.
But I don't think they're punting here in this situation.
I think it's all good.
Here's the fake handoff. He throws it through the hands of Jerome Todd, incomplete, and Philo's going to take over on downs.
Let me tell you what, Philo dodged a huge bullet because Jerome was going to the house on that. One of the first misfires, that we've really seen. Yeah, Singleton's had 4 incompletions this game, but I mean he has been on point. So huge miss there for the Colts. They could have had a big 6 on the board.
Yeah, that one I think got on Jerome a little quick. Wasn't expecting the ball to be there that quick. So they're going to take over at their own 41-yard line, Philo is. So after a big stop by the Colts, a fake punt didn't work for Philo. And looky here, Jerome Todd steps up on the screen pass, stops it for a 1-yard loss. So he's not letting that incomplete pass on 4th down affect his defense.
And it looked like 20. I couldn't see
Carter
the number.
McCutcheon.
Like 28 possibly?
28, that would be Parker McGraw.
Maybe I didn't see that right, but
it was a completion of 0 yards, whoever it was.
Right.
So shotgun formation here, per usual. Running in the backfield with Smith. There's the hand, fakes the handoff looking down the field and deflected by McCall that time. So Meadowbrook getting their hands on those passes, knocking them down. And again, we're a big 3rd and long situation here for Philo.
And I'll tell you what, Train, that was a good pass breakup by McCall because Philo was going to get a massive yardage play there. So good job by Jonah.
Here's the snap. Looking deep, down over the middle. And I think it was deflected at the line, thankfully, because there was contact on the defender.
That would have definitely been pass interference, but it was tipped at the line. So
I think A.J. George might have had the tip there. So now lining up in punt formation is Philo. Munyon's going to punt. Here's a fake run, and he's going to rugby kid. It's
blocked.
Deflected. He got a nice bounce. But the Colts are going to be starting with great field position. Looks like Brady McManaway may have got a piece of it. So the Colts defense and special teams stepping up and making some big plays here at the start of the second half.
And here we said the defense, the offense have been going. Now all of a sudden the defenses are shining here.
So really all we have to say is talk something bad about one part, and they're like, okay, we're going to show you how good we are.
Right. Taking over at the 43 here.
Their own 43. Singleton. Here comes the screen to Todd, and he's going to shake and bake, and I'll have some as he's going to pick up the first down. Man, that Jerome Todd earned all 12, 13 yards on that play. What a great catch and run there as he juked and jived his way we'll give him 14 yards. Only his 2nd reception of the game. So just under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Colts ball at the Philo 43. Handoff to Schwartz. He breaks on one tackle, and then a swarm of electrics try taking him down. He gets to about back to the line of scrimmage. Man, he had to work for every little inch there as they quickly swarmed the senior running back. Blake Dayton on the tackle as against he's going to lose a yard on it.
1 yard loss, yeah.
Here's rolling out, looking, firing. Oh! A wide open Brady McManaway can't hold on to it. The Colts have just had some bad luck with catching the football here to start the second half. They're really doing a good job having the running back be that kind of last line of defense, last protector for Singleton, giving him the extra time as he rolls out here and doing it once again. And the pass back to McManaway. He's open. Great block down the field by George. Cuts back to the middle. He's inside and in the end zone. Touchdown.
And I'll tell you what a nice job. I wonder if he learned those moves from big brother Carter McManaway. That was some nice running there by Brady. 44 yards to pay dirt.
And that's going to put him over 100 yards receiving on the night. And move Singleton over 200 yards passing as well. So a big 44-yard touchdown pass. Singleton to McManaway the second time tonight. With 7:05 to go in the third. So big time play there. Gives the Colts a 28-17 lead now. So it took a minute 30 off the clock, and that's the 7th reception for. So he's 130 yards receiving, for McManaway. That's the Colts are lining up for the 2-point conversion. Singleton's rolling out. Same play again, and McManaway's just going to walk in. So it worked on the touchdown. Why don't we try it again on a 2-point conversion? And it is 30-17 Colts.
And I'd venture to say right now, Mr. McManaway might be the player of the game. He has had a massive night.
And the big statistic that the Colts are 3 of 4 on those 2-point conversions, which are making a big difference so far in the outcome of this game. If they don't convert those 2-point conversions, it's a 24-17 game, which makes it a 1-possession game. Right now up 13 points, a 2-possession game. And Millen pops one in between the receiving team. Finding some rooms. Number 5, he's busting to the outside. That's Owen Smith, the quarterback. He's still up inside the 40, down to about the 37, 38-yard line. And it's going to be Philo ball at the Meadowbrook 37.
Nice 33-yard return there for Mr. Owen Smith, setting up Philo in great territory. So we're going to set up shop just with 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter at the Colts 37.
The second half's been a little bit of a struggle, as Munyon's going to find himself down to about the 31. It's going to be a gain of 6.
Darren, you made me nervous saying that that's been a struggle because Mr. Munyon, we've seen what he's done when he's got the football. So it looks like there's a injured Philo player down, so teams going off to their respective sidelines. Hopefully the young man's all right. And up to this point, Darren, Meadowbrook's had some, we're used to seeing them go deep on the touchdown passes, but that's not to say that they haven't had some big plays tonight, because we've got to see, Singleton break a couple long runs. Brady's had a couple nice receptions, pitching catches, and getting the yaks. And we've seen Hunter
Definitely got the yaks on the touchdown.
Yeah, some good yaks. And we've seen Hunter, on that. So Meadowbrook's had some nice plays. We're used to seeing that 70-yard over the top touchdown pass, but they've done a nice job getting yardage and getting big plays where they can find them. So. Good job by Meadowbrook here coming out in the second half. You look at what they had to face. You had Philo with the ball twice, and Meadowbrook was able to come up with a 3-and-out. The fake punt. Philo wasn't able to convert, and then Meadowbrook blocking their punt. So their defense has shined in the second half so far.
And that was, I think, number 30, Kendall Lint, who walked off the field for Philo, one of their definite key tough linebackers for him. We hope he's okay. And here's the handoff to Munyon. He's going to get met. Bounces off the tackle to the outside, and Todd's going to knock him down about the 28-yard line. So he's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I tell you what, he did some nice juke dance move there at the line and found a hole and squirted outside. I mean, Munyon is one heck of a football player.
So a big 3rd and 1. So being down 13, I'm sure they're not thinking 3 points because their kicker can make it from here. They've got 2 plays to get this 1 yard.
And that carry gave Munyon 100 exactly on the night.
And Smith's going to keep it, and he's going to get the first down. He's going to get about 3 yards on the play.
One of the Meadowbrook defenders had a handful of jersey. They was trying to pull him back.
I believe that was A.J. George was trying to yank him back.
Looked like A.J. was hanging on there, trying to keep him, but his forward progress had already got the first down for Philo. And that's Philo's first down of the second half.
Yeah. So the clock is winding with 5:30 to go in the third. 1st and 10 at the Meadowbrook 25. Smith's going to hand it off to Munyon. He's going to dip, dive, dodge.
That's the only way to say it about him. I mean, duck, dodge, dive, weave. I mean,
and he somehow picks up 6 yards there.
It seems like every carry he's able to do that. I hate to say, I'm not trying to compare him to the Hall of Fame legend, but man, does he have a little bit of the high school version of Barry Sanders in him? I mean, he is able to get out of some tight spaces and find yardage somehow.
There's a fake the handoff, and Smith's going to keep it, and he's going to be met by a linebacker for the Colts, slams him down, and we might have a flag on the Colts for what I call tackling too hard.
Good thing we don't get paid by the jokes train, right? We'll see what they're going to call here. Yeah, personal fouls, you said. And that looks like that was, what did he pick up on the original?
He picked up probably 2 yards on the original carry.
It's like down to the 17 is where they had him.
Going to be half the distance of the goal. It's going to be 1st and goal for Philo.
They're putting him at the 8. Yes, down to the 8. So 9-yard penalty there for Meadowbrook. That's their first penalty for yardage of the game. So they've done a nice job tonight with the flags.
Definitely better than it has been pretty much all year, really. And here's Munyon again, and he spins off one, gets pushed into the end zone by teammates. Jeez. So an 8-yard touchdown run for Munyon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day.
I mean,
closes the gap, is up and good.
I would almost say Kearns is automatic.
30-24 now with 4.5 to go in the third quarter. We haven't seen an update in a while, but Heath was leading Cambridge 14-0 in the second quarter, and Buckeye Trail was up 6-0 over Afrocentric.
I don't know if I was leading Cambridge. I'm sitting here doing the broadcast.
Better than you, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Again, we don't get paid by the jokes, right?
Nope. It was a Heath of 11, team of 11, not a Heath, a team of 1.
Right.
So again, it seems like every time the Colts score, Philo has been able to get points right back, but when the Colts keep putting up the touchdown and 2-point conversion event.
You know, and as I said earlier, I don't think they want Jonah to touch the football. He's had 2 kickoff returns tonight for 46 yards total, so they're trying to avoid big plays by Mr. McCall. And I mean, and you know, we're used to hearing Jonah and Jerome's names a lot, but you know, they've been quieted, but it's been you know, other guys like Brady and Hunter who've stepped up tonight.
So Eubanks is in motion here. Singleton's going to keep it on a sweep. Going to get up
Nice
past
job.
the 25. Going to have the first down
Yes.
past the 30. And put Singleton up over 100 yards again. So over 200 yards passing and 100 yards rushing. Colts are quickly back to the line. Eubanks in motion again.
He's got 1-on-1 outside.
He's rolling out the other side on the QB sweep. And he's going to find
What a
room
nice
and find
cutback,
another
yes.
first down. He's
And
still up.
going. And still going. Man.
And finally someone decides to
And Sprung there, so big first down, and Colts are answering right back quickly.
So he nearly doubles his receiving
Right.
output with that 18-yard reception. And here's Singleton on the sweep. Great blocking by the Colts. Look at those black jerseys out in front of him as he's going to get the
He's
first
got
down,
the first down.
inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. So it's going to be down to the
You know, big yardage plays. You know, not the home runs, but hey, I think they'll take the
they'll take the points at the end.
the ground rule Devils tonight,
Mhm.
right?
You string a few singles together, you're going to
Right.
score some runs.
There they kick away a little bit deeper this time from the 23.
Hey, fumble,
Fumble,
ball's
and it's
out.
Meadowbrook's
That's
got it.
Meadowbrook's got it.
Meadowbrook's got it.
I think that is Kale Flowers, I think, on the fumble recovery. And that may be a big turning point of this game. Turnovers are huge.
And I think that was 14 Flowers, wasn't it?
Yeah, Flowers did recover.
I was gonna say,
Couldn't tell who
I could not know.
who popped it out.
And I don't know who was on the kickoff. I don't know if that was the return man that is down right now.
Yeah, it may be.
So I thought it was Smith, but I'm not sure who had the ball coming up.
Hopefully that's not Smith for Philo's
That's-
case. There's
yeah.
their starting quarterback.
They
They can't
numbers,
afford him to go down.
Their numbers are a little hard to see now that it's getting darker and darker. That 20/20 vision by Dr. Dowdna, he checked me out, and I'll give him a plug. But it's still, nonetheless, it's hard to see the numbers.
Well, we got a little pause in action. We'll thank our sponsors: A Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers.
You know, the turnover game now is even, but man, it couldn't have come at a worse time for
That's
Philo.
Eli Preston, number
That's
2.
Eli Preston,
Their,
number 2. So
wide
that,
receiver.
That was the return man then. And he took that in at about the 23, so I don't know where they're spotting it here for Meadowbrook.
It's going to be Meadowbrook at the 45.
It's like 45, yeah.
And then another big thing, Preston is one of their key figures in their
Right.
secondary too. So him, Ratcliffe, and Munyon. So somebody's going to have to step in on defense for him here. So we might see the Colts look to take advantage of whoever the new guy in.
So that was
this play.
yeah. That was a 22-yard return by.
And Singleton's going to
Preston.
keep it up the gut and find all kinds of running room. First down again, another first down run. He's going to have 11 yards.
And Train, is it just me, or does it seem like Meadowbrook is just starting to get a little bit more physical here in the second half?
Well, he's going to be only a gain of 10 plus. And there's going to be a handoff to Schwartz. And he's going to find inside the 30 down to inside the 25. Another first down.
Nice job. That's Schwartz's
So-
first big carry of the night.
He's been 2 or 3 yards every time,
Right.
but that's going to be a 12-yard gain by the senior. So Now the Meadowbrook starting to impose their will a little bit on Philo. As whistles blow. And Tyler Lacey is running back on the field for Meadowbrook, which has to be good news for the Colt fans. With Philo being a little bit wore down on the defensive end, this is where Lacey kind of craves situations where he likes initiating that contact and throwing some power.
Don't know what the holdup there was, but
I don't know if the imaginary fan was running on the field or what it was.
play clock now down to 9, so there we go.
Singleton on the sweep. He's going to have another first down. That QB sweep has been bread and butter for the Colts here tonight.
And they are now 3 of 3 on this drive. 3 plays, 3 first downs.
And that's a 10-yard gain.
Down to the 13.
And Lacey's going to keep this one, and he's going to pick up a first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Colts.
Yeah.
A shoestring tackle there saved him from galloping in for the touchdown. So give Lacey
another first down.
An 11-yard run. And Lacey's going to be in from 1 yard out here.
That's with 48 seconds to go here in the third, and you know there's still a lot of time to go, but that's a big one for Meadowbrook.
It is now officially
three-score
a
game.
3-score game, yes. The big turnover on the kickoff. Big momentum shift. Normally the Colts get it on the onside kick, but they forced a fumble on the kick return. Cale Flowers recovered it. And then they just picked up 10, 11, 12 yards every time. As the officials pick up the flag that was thrown. Now the Colts are going to line up for 2 here. So it's either going to be an 18-point lead or a 20-point lead. With 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Lacey motioning back into the backfield. Fakes the handoff to him. Got an open man.
Oh nice
man. I saw McCall open on the slant, and then he just threw it over the top to Brady McManaway for 2.
Yeah, McCall was wide open, but hey, nonetheless, it worked.
So a 20-point lead now for the Colts. So a big, big turnover there. That definitely switches the momentum heavily in the Colts' favor, up now 20 with 48.1 left in the third quarter.
How much total yardage does both teams combine for so far? Just close.
Don't.
He's going to be taken down about the 36.
Couldn't see who that was yet. Once again, Train. So I don't know if we can try to keep an eye on who's getting up.
Numbers are pretty hard to see for the Philo Electrics. Kearns, number 4.
Number 4.
So not only is he a kicker, but he's also a kick return.
Yeah, and we have to give PA announcer Jeff Riggins an assist there. So like a hockey play. Rigo to you to me. So
he gets the hockey assist. Munyon in motion. Smith's going to keep it pounded up the gut, and he's going to be tripped up by McCullough at the line. Then the linebackers storm in and clean it up.
Uh-oh, and Munyon's down. That is not.
No, that's Smith.
Oh, it is
not
Smith.
Munyon.
Yes, it's Smith.
And he's like, nope, I'm okay. I'm okay.
So Smith on the carry. Yeah, he's up.
So 1 yard gain there on the run from Smith. Up to their own 37-yard line.
And for a second, Train, I thought I saw number 6, and I was concerned because Philo did not want to see number 6. They don't want to see any of their players obviously laying on the ground, but definitely not Munyon.
Yeah, they can't afford any of their big guns to go down right now.
No.
So Munyon's again in motion, and Smith's going to keep it.
Nice
And he's
turn
going to get
upfield.
tackled at about the 41, 42-yard line.
And,
So that's going to be a gain of 4, it
and
looks
that was
like.
Brady on the stop. I'll tell you what,
And
on
that's
both
the
sides
end
of the
quarter.
football. Meadowbrook, what a quarter for Meadowbrook. You know, that we coming out of the half, Meadowbrook clinging on to a 5-point lead. They've increased their lead here in the second half with a 15-point explosion here. So, they're taking a 3-touchdown lead into the final quarter. So, I'll tell you what, if Meadowbrook can put one drive together, Train, you pretty much would say this is officially all but done and over. So, nice third quarter. I would say that was probably Meadowbrook's most complete quarter. I know that Philo got the touchdown off of a short drive, starting at the Meadowbrook's 37. But Meadowbrook did do a nice job. You look at after that opening stop by Philo, Meadowbrook got the ball 3 times and scored 3 times. So, 3 straight drives they were able to capitalize after Philo stopped them early on. And again, as you said, that turnover on the kickoff, how costly for Philo on that. But you look, Meadowbrook was able to stop a 4th down fake punt. They were able to block a punt and able to recover a kickoff fumble. So Meadowbrook did a lot of good things there in that third quarter.
Yep. That fumble definitely was big on the kickoff return. Here's the fake handoff, slant pass, caught. Oh, Preston's still up. He's getting lit up, and we're going to have a flag away from the football, away from the play. We were just watching Preston get beat around like a pinball on the catch and reception. And I think that might be Preston down again because he got turned every which way. I'm not sure what the penalty might be. A sideline warning on Meadowbrook could be, but I don't know.
Yeah. We saw them during the Coshocton game earlier this year get called for a flag on that. As I said, that third quarter, I said, Train, that it seemed like Meadowbrook was starting to pick up a physical level of play, and it has just carried over this fourth quarter. They have absolutely come out and really stepped their game up as far as being physical. And not saying they were soft in the first half, but they've had a different swagger here in this second half.
Yep. Well, the flag is going to be holding, it looks like, on the Electrics.
So that'll negate that first down catch.
Wait, I don't think it was holding. I don't know what it was called, though. Ineligible, okay. Illegal man downfield,
so
okay.
that will wipe it out.
That's a good and bad with the RPO play. Sometimes those linemen can sneak down the field a little too much. So we're going to, should be a replay of the down, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
So back to the 37.
So it's going to wipe out that first down reception. McCutcheon in motion. And Smith's going to find him down the field for a first down at the Meadowbrook 46. 18-yard completion.
That's an electric first down.
And that, I believe, is the first completion of the second half.
Yeah, it is.
For Philo. So quickly snapping it. Smith's looking, running around, darting the other way, getting pressure. Flag down, going to be a hold. He overthrows his man. More than likely, it's going to be a hold on the Electrics. He just overthrew his man. It's either going to be a hold or a block in the back. So again, the penalties are starting to affect the Electrics a little bit here. They're going to drop back to their own 42-yard line.
And going back, Train, that was the second completion. They had that one earlier that was zero.
Zero.
They caught, yeah, for 0 yards. So a little correction there, but the first gain on a pass of the second half. So the holding call moves them back to the Meadowbrook 42.
And Smith's looking, firing down the field. Open man, number 3. That's Jackson Radcliffe. We talked about him as one of their big-time weapons, and that's his first reception of the game. He's their big play receiver. Hasn't caught a pass tonight until then, where he just leaks out down the sideline. Gains a nice 36-yard reception there. Here's a firing down the field to the end zone, just out of the reach. It looked like Dakota Hall. So 2nd and 10 from the Meadowbrook 22.
Dakota Hall was in receiver. 7 down 2.
Philo getting the play. They're not really in much of a hurry here as the play clock's ticked down to 5 seconds now. Smith's got it. Pressure deflected by McManaway, almost intercepted.
Right.
Preston wanted some pass interference there, but because McManaway deflected the ball.
He didn't see the deflection. Nice job by Meadowbrook. That's about the 3rd time now tonight that they've got a deflection. And, you know, did run into a receiver going over the middle, but with the deflection, they've been able, you know, that's no harm, no foul. So nice job by Meadowbrook deflecting. That, you know, you take 3 passes tonight, they've been able to do that. And the punt, they've done a nice job getting their hands up.
Nobody in the backfield as Smith's looking down the field.
That's definitely, I knew that was going to get called. Yeah. He was beat, that was.
Looks like it was Lacey on defense, maybe.
Lacey. And Carter McCutcheon was going right past him, so I mean there was nothing that Tyler could do. You know, you don't like penalties, but that was a good one because he was beat.
It's going to move it down to the 11-yard line. So it's going to be a first down for him.
So a 12-yard penalty there.
Empty backfield
under
again.
11 minutes to go in the game here with Meadowbrook holding on to a 20-point
Munyon in motion. He's going to fake it to him and find his way up the middle just at the first down line, maybe just a little short. I think he's just short. Maybe about an 8 or 9 yard run.
Looks like they've got it spotted, at the 3?
It's an 8-yard gain from Smith. McCutcheon in motion again. Smith's going to keep it, try to get through. Misses 1, misses 2 tackles, and he's going to be brought down about the line of scrimmage again. Yep, they're going to mark it back at the 3 again, so 3rd and 2. High snap, bubbles it, gets a hold of it, and he's met in the backfield. First one there is Rhett Dyer. A big-time play, knocks him back to the 9, a loss of 6. And that really changes.
Yeah, we're looking
This
at 4th
here,
and 9.
shotgun, he's going to roll out. Here comes the pressure again, and he's hit and gets it thrown away, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Rhett Dyer again providing the pressure for the Colts.
And I'll tell you what, nice job by Meadowbrook's defense after Owen Smith picked up that 8-yard carry to get him down to the 3. You know, Meadowbrook did a nice job holding the path there. Huge defensive stand.
So the Meadowbrook defense has really stepped it up in the second half, cranked it up to another level, been able to step up, make plays. The special teams got the big turnover.
That's the story of the game so far, is the second half of this performance by Meadowbrook's defense. And then the offense has been good, but this defense has done a nice job.
Offense wins games, defense wins championship. Singleton's going to keep it up the gut. He's going to get about 2 here. And right now we got 9:20 and ticking. So right now the clock is the Colts' friend, up 20.
Yep, just take as much time going up, run that play clock down to about 3 to 5 seconds, and that looks like that's what we're going to do. Smart. So would they give him a 2-yard gain there? Tell you what, I have Singleton unofficially 26 yards shy of 200 on the ground tonight. So
here's the handoff to Lacey. He's going to. He fumbled it. Recovered by Jackson Radcliffe. Wow, talk about a momentum change. And Lacey's down too.
Wow.
And he's going to get up.
Takes it in from, it looked like it was right about the
12, I think.
12 is where he took it in from, so 12-yard fumbled TD return. So, wow, what a momentum shift. Just when it looked like Philo was on their last legs, there's a lot of time left, as we just heard the coaches say next door to us. You know, and I agree. Now that Philo has scored, there's plenty of time for them.
High snap, gets it down. Wow. Owen Smith had to jump out of his shoes to get that ball and got it down, and they made the extra point.
8:38 to go in the game, Colts 44, Philo 30.
So 44 to 31, 8:38 to go.
They'll sense an air of nervousness all of a sudden come over Eugene Capers Field. Somebody said never nervous Purvis. That's an homage to old Louisville Purvis Ellison. An NCAA tournament darling back in the day.
We want to thank our sponsors again: Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers.
These old timers next to us in the box train trying to stump me, they forget that I'm an old timer too.
8:38 to go in the game.
I don't know. You and I playing stump to. Good recovery, good hands there by Meadowbrook. And that was looked like that's Brady McManaway. Yes. It's like right about just at the 49. So good job of Meadowbrook's hands team. Brady coming up with that kickoff. So let's see how Meadowbrook responds now with a little bit of adversity. They're still in control. They're up, up 2 touchdowns here with 8:36 to go.
Oh, and actually Kearns missed that extra point.
Yeah, they did. I thought it was good too.
Yeah, it was the bad snap.
Yeah.
Singleton on the sweep's going to get plenty of yardage. He's going to be short of the first down, but that's okay. The clock's still moving, and that's what the Colts want. He's down to the 44, so that's going to be a 7-yard gain as he's inching closer to the 200-yard mark.
Biggest thing on this drive, just protect the football.
Well, you saw it on that run. As soon as there was contact, Singleton went down just to play it safe.
And
He's
I
like,
mean,
I got 7
smart.
yards. That's good enough, isn't it?
Right, yeah. I saw the same thing there, so good job by Mr. Singleton.
Here's the handoff to Schwartz. He finds a hole, busts through.
Nice.
Inside the 30, still up. Inside the 25 to the 24. So Anthony Schwartz fires through the hole.
Yeah.
As he's come up a little gimpy, as he's limping a little bit.
But I tell you what, Schwartz, it's nice to see because, he's not got as much opportunity as some of the other players here on the offense, but he has done some nice things tonight when he's got his number called. So let's see what they give him there on the carry.
Just inside the 25, so about a 19.
And that puts Mr. Schwartz up to 51 yards on 8 carries for the night, so he's done a nice job.
He's been able to bust a couple runs here in the second half.
Yep.
And here he gets it again as he's going to be met at the line, maybe gets a yard.
I tell you what, I keep seeing that marker there, Train, and I keep thinking it's a flag.
Nope, welcome to 2020. It's a beanbag.
Right. It looks like they're going to give him at least 1 on the carry.
Yeah, they may not give him a yard, but I think I'm going to. He earned it.
I think they have him, still second 10. So as much
it's a short 10, long 9.
As much as we wanted to give him a yard there. So we're almost 6.5 minutes to go here in the final quarter.
There's the handoff to Schwartz again, and he's
fighting. Looks like he's going to pick up 4.
He's going to get down to the 21.
So it's a nice 4-yard carry there.
So it's a big 3rd and 6 here for the Colts, as the clock is going to reach the 6-minute mark here soon and moving. A big play here for the Colts because they can run another 2 minutes off, getting another first down.
I would say this is 4-down territory regardless.
Expect a sweep from Singleton or him rolling out. And there it is.
As you called it.
And he finds the hole, and he finds the end zone.
From 21
Touchdown,
yards out.
Colts. And that puts Singleton now over 200 yards on the ground to match his over 200 yards through the air.
202 unofficially.
So with 5:39, Singleton, 21-yard TD run.
And I'll tell you what, credit to Meadowbrook because the players, they could have got dejected there after that catastrophic fumble and touchdown return by Philo. But Meadowbrook, nice job first getting the onside kick by McManaway and then putting together a nice drive.
There's a fake handoff, fires wide open in the end zone.
That's Brady yet
Brady
again.
McManaway.
I'll tell you what, if he got $1 for every time we mentioned his name tonight.
And we'll call the last name right, McManaway.
I'll tell you what,
makes it 52-30.
Brady's one of the nicest kids. I've known him since he was just a young pup, so I'm proud of him. He's having a great game, and he's not only is he a good player, but he's a good kid. So it's nice to see him having a great game.
So 5:39 left in the game. Colts lead by 22. Winner of this game will play Gallia Academy, Vinton County winner, next Saturday night. Depending on who wins, we could be right back at action again, the two of us.
Hey.
If Meadowbrook wins, which is looking like the case, but there's still 5 minutes and 39 seconds to go.
Shane, I wouldn't mind working a few more weeks with you. Even though you guys took some pot shots while I wasn't around Tuesday night. Obviously, we have our pregame show on Tuesdays. I'd like to be there, but I had a Living Word board meeting Tuesday night and was unable to make it. But you guys did a nice job. Coach Clint Denning was on. I think you had Coach Leake as well, right? So nice job by you and Tommy being able to handle things. as you said, I've missed 2 times, both times board meetings. You said it was your best 2 shows of the year. So nice job to you and Tommy.
There's a little line drive down that's scooped up at
27.
27.
That looked like number 2 again.
Eli Preston. He's going to be up to about the 36.
Even further making that stop in the Colts.
5:34 to go in the game.
And that's their first attempt.
Philo's going to take over at their own 36, down 22. So we got an empty backfield here. Munyon's in motion. Smith takes it. He's going to swing it over to Munyon, and he's going to be tackled behind the line.
That was
Eric McCullough.
Nephew Eric on the play.
He's jacked up on the play.
That was a nice job.
He's made a couple heads-up plays for the Colts on defense and special teams tonight.
McCullough sniffed that out and stayed home. Good assignment football because, if he doesn't make that play, Munyon's got some daylight.
And I think that was a backwards pass, which should have been a run.
So minus, 4, it would be a 4-yard run.
Loss of 4 in the play. And here's Smith. He's firing it deep down the field. Ratcliffe has to play a little defense and breaks it up as Jerome Todd almost intercepts it. So now a big 3rd and long, but there's a flag down now. So we'll have to wait. It may still be 2nd down, but it may be the Colts declining this penalty also. And we're getting the call.
And, you look at this third quarter or second half. I'm still thinking I'm in the third quarter. But you look at in the second half here, Meadowbrook has done a nice job. Munyon's only got 19 yards on the ground here in the second half. And, when you look at their quarterback, Owen Smith, same thing. He only has 3 completions. And I believe he's tried 10, so 3 of 10. So Meadowbrook, other than that drive that they had on the short field, and the scoop for the fumble touchdown, Meadowbrook's defense has done a really good job, and I'm sure Coach Clendenning will talk to us about that, how good his defense has stepped up in the second half.
And they decided to pick up the flag. It should be 3rd down, even though the thing says
it's
2nd down. It switches to 3rd. So Smith again, looking,
nice
rolling,
job,
firing, and
covered,
almost intercepted by Eubanks there, just above his fingertips. So now it's a big 4th down for Philo.
This is the ball game, I would venture to say. Meadowbrook has, again, as I'm praising their defense, everybody covering their man, staying home. Smith had nowhere to throw. Everybody was covered. Eubanks almost coming up with that pick. So Meadowbrook one more time trying to make the stop, and this could be the play of the game.
And we've got a timeout, I'm guessing. Yep, timeout Philo.
Right.
So apparently their coaching staff saw something here that they might be able to hit a 13, 14-yard play to get the 1st down. Meadowbrook trotting off on to their sideline, getting the crowd fired up. So up 52-30 again. We thank our sponsors for tonight. Simple Windows and Doors, Basic Systems, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. Also, thank you to the people watching at Buffalo Wild Wings and the Wagon Wheel in Buffalo.
2 weeks ago on the pregame show, we were talking about Meadowbrook as we found they got the bye. And I remember telling you and Tommy saying that, to beat Meadowbrook, you're going to have to keep them off the scoreboard. You had to play a low-scoring physical game with them. If you're going to give Meadowbrook 52 points, to me, that's not the recipe for beating Meadowbrook.
No.
So, they've been able to score all season long. It just feels like they've been able to put up 40, 50 points on the board at will. And once again tonight, they had some struggles early on, but once they got going, they've been hard to stop tonight. Philo, in their own way, they've had some good plays on offense, but Meadowbrook it's just so hard to contain them for a full 48 minutes.
And 30 points is the most points that Meadowbrook's allowed this year.
You're
28
right.
to Coshocton's the most going into this game. And there is McCutcheon open over the middle, 1st down. So like I said, they must have saw something why they used that timeout.
Yeah. Carter McCutcheon on the catch. He's had a couple nice plays today. We've called his name a few times.
Yep. So they're going to be at the Colts 48. That's going to be a 20-yard gain as Smith is going to drop back and fires. McCutcheon can't catch it, and it goes through the breadbasket of Jerome Todd, who almost intercepts them.
Yeah. Jerome hasn't had his big home run tonight, but he almost got it on the defensive side.
He's only used to catching passes from Singleton. So incomplete pass there makes it 2nd and 10. He's going to look. Fires into the ground in front of his receiver, Jackson Radcliffe. 4:24 to go. Colts up 22, 52-30. So again, the Colts, this is going to be, I think, the 3rd or 4th straight game where they put up at least 50. So very impressive statistic there. Shotgun formation. Smith dropping back, scrambling, looking, firing, hits an open man. That's going to be number 2, Eli Preston, down at the 32-yard line. So a gain of 16 on the play. Money in the backfield here, shotgun, quickly get the snap off. Fires a quick out to his receiver. That's Kearns, the kicker, for a nice 4-yard gain. So that's Kearns' first reception on the day. Again, shotgun. Here comes Preston in motion. He's looking, going down the field, and jumps up, and again, Radcliffe has to play defense and swats it away as McCall was there in coverage. So Meadowbrook just doing a great job defensively, getting in better position, forcing Radcliffe, who's their downfield home run receiver, to have to play defense. Now we got 3rd and 6 from the 28.
I'll tell you what, Aaron, your nephew has had a nice game today.
Here's shotgun, and again, pressure coming. Finds, man,
it's
McCutcheon, incomplete. Wow, he got flat out leveled by Jonah McCall on that one, and McCutcheon is down on the play. That was a big hit by McCall, and you got to hope that McCutcheon's okay on that one.
As we praise McCall, of course, man, did he absolutely level him. But let's hope the Philo player that's down is okay. But, man, what a hit. Meadowbrook doing the nice thing and taking a knee. You know, you're always worried about when players get hit like that, you're worried that maybe targeting might be called. But, you know, Jonah, he didn't do anything wrong there. So
that was a clean, hard hit, and thankfully McCutcheon's getting up.
Yep, he's up. As the Meadowbrook fans give him a hand. So Philo's going to be facing
4th and 6.
4th and 6. So
amazing, and I think they.
Like he went back down again.
Now, are they saying it's a completion now?
They are. They moved.
Because they moved?
Yeah. I tell you what.
That was Preston that was down that time. He must have just been trying to stretch himself out. So this is interesting. They're marking it 4th and 1. The beanbag's still at the 28, so nobody knows what's going on. It's complete anarchy here at Eugene Capers Field.
I tell you what, I don't think that was a completion. That ball come out, but no, they are going to move it. Surprisingly, and Coach Clendenny not happy, and I don't blame him.
So let's give him a 5-yard gain on that.
That was McCutcheon?
McCutcheon, yeah. So
Down to the 23. So yeah, that ball was moving in his hand. I don't know about that, but hey, I don't get paid the bucks to do that kind of game. So
4th and 1 from the 23. Definitely gives you more plays to pick from in the playbook here. As Smith's going to power up the middle and get met, but he's going to get low enough that he's going to be able to get close to the
I don't
first
think
down.
he got it.
Meadowbrook coaching staff saying
We're waiting for a spot.
turnover on downs.
It is close. We may have to measure, but
We're going to give it.
no,
We're going to say
they're
first
gonna
down
give
here.
it. Wow. By a whisker.
And the official quickly telling them to start that clock. So we're at 3:40 and counting. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff to Munyon on the outside. He's going to be met from behind by Wagon and McCall. I think they're going to make a Todd on the tackle. So that's the first run in a while from Munyon.
Down to the 19.
So he got 4 yards on the play. And geez, how Owen Smith somehow darts
Right.
between 3 or 4 defenders, and he only gained 3 yards on the play.
I was gonna
But
say
the amazing thing is
he ran 20 yards train to get 2, so I don't know how he got through there, as you said.
it's going to be down to the 17, so I'd say a gain of 2 is correct.
It's like a timeout.
As yes, Philo's using their timeouts up now. I think that's the first timeout they used here, actually second timeout they've used here in the second half. So they have 1 timeout remaining with 3:01 left in the game.
As I rip my headphones off my head here, stepping on the cord.
So Galley Academy is up 46-8 over Vinton County. So the winner of that game, which is looking like Galley Academy, will play the winner of this game, which is looking like the Meadowbrook Colts.
And I would say that most people that was kind of looking at that Gallia game figured that's who Meadowbrook or Philo would be facing. Gallia, going back to the day, I'm going to draw back to my memory bank back in the old Jeffersonian days, early 2000s, when I remember John Glenn played had a player Darren Derwachter, and our headline was John Glenn whacks Gallia. So going back in the memory bank there.
And that's almost a big interception on Hunter Eubanks, as Smith fires it over his defender's head and catches off the diving hand of Eubanks. We're going to have a 3rd and 5 here.
I'm sure going back in your memory bank train, you can remember a lot of our Jeffersonian days and some of the games that you would have covered.
Well, seeing the hit that on McCutcheon reminded me of the hit Steubenville and John Glenn playing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Where it's a downfield block Steubenville kid just lay down a John Glenn kid. As Smith
How did he
completes
get-
the pass,
that was
getting
unbelievable.
dragged down by the defender, throws it and completes it.
I
And
don't
there's
know.
another Philo player down who I think is
that
the
was
guy
who
who
caught it,
caught
yeah.
the pass.
I do not know how one Smith was able to get through there, and whoever is down, we can't see his number, caught the ball, but what a great play on both ends.
I'm guessing it's probably Eli Preston or Jackson Radcliffe.
And that is going to be a 1st and goal situation for Philo. So 1st down for Philo. We'll wait and see who the player was here. Let's hope he's okay. Had a lot of players go down tonight, Train.
It's the change in the weather, apparently. And I think that is...
Well, we still
No.
can't see.
It is Eli Preston, number 2.
Number 2, yep, Preston. And I'll tell you what, Preston is a nice player. Let's hope he's okay.
That's I think the 3rd time he's went down with different ailments, so he's kind of had to pay for
like they got
everything
the-
he's got. I think they're going to be marking it at 6.
Yeah, so an 11-yard gain there. And I'll tell you what, that gives Preston, that gives him now 69 yards on the night.
On 6
Receiving.
receptions.
Yeah, so he's been a good weapon for Philo.
He's been their top target. It's a 1st and goal, Electrics, 2:40 and counting. Colts lead 52-30. And Smith's rolling out, finds room over the middle, and he meets the defender. And McCullough's there again, and a group of Colts take him down. They say, "You're not escaping this time."
I was going to say, he wasn't going to let him be a magician that time.
And that's going to be, it looks like a loss of a yard. We'll make it 4 yards.
So back to the 10.
And that's going to be another Philo timeout. That's their last timeout of the game, with 2:23 to go.
Tell you what, it seems like this 4th quarter has lasted longer than the other 3 quarters combined.
$2:23 to go. 2nd and goal, Electrics from the Colts 10-yard line.
I was talking earlier, Train, that the games we've covered earlier are not quite the crowd, but with Meadowbrook being able to get fans being able to get 4 tickets, so a little bit bigger crowd tonight. They've stuck around. They haven't left. They've stayed here. So, it's nice to see Meadowbrook get a home playoff game and the fans come out and support them, even despite with the COVID restrictions. But we hope everybody's enjoyed our broadcast there at the Wagon Wheel and Buffalo Wild Wings, who's one of our sponsors.
He's firing over the middle, and it is caught. Yes, caught for a touchdown. That's McCutcheon. As he gets up kind of limping a little bit. That's been kind of the case for a lot of these guys for Philo. They've been a little beaten, banged up. McCutcheon and Preston, especially those two. So with 2:16
work.
McCutcheon, 10-yard reception from Smith. And apparently they forgot one of their offensive linemen. He's hustling on.
See if Kearns can kick this to 8:21.
And he made that one. he has a shot at it, that's for sure.
I'll tell you what, that kid can kick.
He definitely could put it on the softball field for sure. So it closes the gap to 52-37. And the Colts will be bringing the hands team on here on the kickoff. As again, we'll thank our sponsors, Pure Love Bakery, Graham Excavating, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Simple Windows and Doors, and Basic Systems. And also a shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings in Cambridge and the Wagon Wheel in Buffalo for live streaming their game for their fans who are enjoying their fine food on this lovely Saturday evening.
Yeah, our first game that we've been at that actually feels like fall. So it is a little chillier tonight. I try to have a goal every year to see how long I can hold out to turn my heat on. And last night my house got down to 56 degrees, so that got a little bit too chilly for my liking. So I finally kicked on the heat this morning.
Once the pipe busted in the basement, you figured it was time to turn it on?
I figured, why not? No. I don't feel like calling a plumber, so the heat finally.
And there, McCullough's going to recover the onside kick and fall down for the Colts, as they're going to have it at their own 46. And it's going to be a run a couple plays, get a first down maybe, and then take some knees, as the Colts should and will advance in the Division 4 Region 15. I think it'll be a region semifinal contest next week.
We're down to the semis next week, so Colts taking over shop with 2:14 to go at the 46.
It looks like they're going to take the knee right now. No, it's going to be a handoff to Schwartz, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Nice.
I know he's not going to pick up the first down, but he's just a yard short.
Yeah, almost a yard short. So
a 9-yard gain. So Schwartz had a
he's had an impressive night in limited duty. So they've called upon him each quarter. I think he's nearly got a carry. So he's had a good night. Where and that's the thing about Meadowbrook. Some nights maybe Lacey's not going good and Schwartz steps it up. Same with the receiving core. They've just got weapons all over the field, and they're able to utilize them nicely. So They give Schwartz.
Pistol formation
Schwartz
here.
has 64 yards on the night. So.
And here's the handoff to Schwartz. He's going to have the first down, and it's knee, and this game is over.
I was going to say, just for Schwartz's sake, I wanted to see him bust one through there. But good first down carry.
So you get a nice 4-yard gain there.
Yep.
And that should
Puts him up
do
to
it,
68
folks.
yards on the night, and as you said, Train, I think it's all over. But the final ticks here as Meadowbrook is going to advance with nothing crazy happening. 52
And here
to 37.
they are taking the knees. They got the guy clear, McManaway's clear back there.
Yep.
So Singleton's going to take the snap and take a knee.
They're down to the.
So it's going to hurt his rushing average here as he's going to drop down at the 46.
The thing is, I don't like to give it to
and it's going to put him under 200 yards rushing,
and I don't like to give it to the player like that. In my opinion, it's a team rush. That's, I used to try to do that back in the day. I know if you were at a collegiate level or at a pro level, you give it to the player. But in high school, I don't like to see the quarterback lose stats this way because it's not him. So we'll call it a team. We'll still give Mr. Singleton his yards on the night. What do you think about that, Train?
All right. And that is your ball game. And that's a true sign of respect right here. A lot of those Meadowbrook players and Philo players going over to each other, shaking hands. A lot of them going over to Chase Munyon, the running back for Philo, who did a whale of a job for them. I mean, they're talking with Jackson Radcliffe.
That was nice. Munyon held his helmet up and kind of saluted the Meadowbrook players there. Class act by Mr. Munyon. Man, what an awesome game by Meadowbrook. I can't wait to start diving into this ball game here, Trey.
So a big win for the Colts. It looks like the Colts should be playing Galley Academy.
Yes.
Next Saturday night, 7 o'clock. And you know what the even better thing is about Saturday? The Buckeyes are back.
Well, I was going to say it's a shame that the Cubbies still aren't playing postseason baseball. That's the only thing I could think better.
Well, it's raise or bust for me in the
What Cub do they have on their team? Let's see here.
I know it's I don't care for the other three teams, and
you can't root for the Astros. Come on.
I don't like cheaters. Never have, never will.
I know. We used to talk about the Cardinals. Remember when they got caught stealing information by the Astros, I believe.
Yeah. So. Speaking of those cheating Cardinals, Meadowbrook Junior High coach Steve Norman down there on the
he loves his Cardinals
on that sideline. He's picking up stuff. I hope he's not going to steal stuff like the Cardinals do.
Well, I sure hope that he don't hear this, don't have headphones on, because he'll come up and wring my neck for ripping on his Cardinals. But yeah, it's kind of funny. You get to know people in the community. You know what teams they like. Of course, Coach Strasser, he's my Raiders. They beat the Chiefs, and he's all excited. But yeah, you do get excited for people that their teams are in it. The Braves, Logan Hill, one of the guys who plays out at the Living Word, he plays the role of Christ out there, and then Justin Turner and Josh Lowry, 3 Braves fans that I know. Ryan Murphy, another one.
What
So
are you talking
that's
about?
4.
Justin Turner. He's a third baseman for the Dodgers.
Yeah, right.
And he's a Braves fan.
So you have some Braves fans in the area, and there's probably more because growing up with the Superstation, I mean, that's how you and I like the Cubbies getting WGN. So unfortunately, the days of the Superstation are pretty much over. But I loved growing up watching the Cubs games in the afternoon at 2:20, and you'd get to see the Braves at 7:05. Back when the Carries used to broadcast. So, but yeah, it's interesting to see people's teams. But yeah, it's let's focus on the teams that matter, especially one here at the host, Meadowbrook. What can we say about their performance tonight, Train?
I mean, just an outstanding all-around performance. When the run wasn't working, the pass was. When the pass wasn't working, the run was. And in the second half, I don't think they really needed to pass a whole bunch.
No.
It was just the QB sweep was definitely the play of the game. I mean, they drew it up. Singleton sweep left, Singleton sweep right, and it was just working no matter what. You got to give a lot of credit to the receivers and the line who were pulling with him and just giving him all kinds of daylight, and Singleton running hard, picking up big chunks after big chunks for the Colts. And then also you got to give a lot of credit to them defensively. I mean, Philo played very strong in that first half offensively, but the second half they were somewhat contained for the most part. And unfortunately for Philo, their postseason run's going to end tonight. I'm sure they're going to be playing somebody next week on a Friday night, but I know their expectations for this year was a lot higher than what it ended up, and you got to give them credit. They played a whale of a game, and it was a great game on both ends with the Colts coming out on top 52-37.
I'm just sitting here doing some quick stats, trying to get everything finalized while you're talking there, Train. When you look at players of the game, I mean, what can you say about Mr. Davis Singleton's game?
Mm-hmm. He can beat you with the run. He can beat you with the pass.
He had, speaking of which, let's get into those stats real quick. Some of his numbers on the night. A lot of carries tonight for him. He had 29 carries. If you want to count the 2 kneel downs, that'd be 31. But as I said, I don't like to give those stats to a player. But he had 29 official carries. We'll put it that way. How's that? He had 29 official carries for 202 yards on the ground. And then he had 2 touchdowns also there on the ground. So actually, no, he had 3. So 3 touchdowns. So 3 TDs tonight on the ground with 22.
Wait, we're going back to the records again. He had 4 because he had the 17, the 2, the 4 in the third quarter, and then the 21 in the fourth.
Right. Yeah, he had 4.
Okay,
yeah, so
it is officially,
it's officially
4.
Yeah, jeez, I missed that one looking at my own stats. I can't read my own stats. Jeez.
We just know it was a bunch.
Right, yeah, but four touchdowns on the ground, and then then look what he did through the air. 18 of 24 passing for 253 stripes. And then who was his favorite target, Train?
I think it was Brady McManaway.
Mr. McManaway, you're right. Brady, 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions. So nice job by Brady tonight. So, and then when you look at, some of the other stats, look at Mr. Schwartz. Schwartz did a nice job, 12 carries in relief effort tonight. In a little bit kind of different relief effort. Normally he doesn't get his number called until later in the game. But, I mean, he was a part of this game early and often. So for 12 carries, he had 68 yards. So nice job by Schwartz tonight.
Solid all-around running game for him. I mean, it was a struggle early on for the Colts ground game. We were wondering if they were going to get going. But once it got going, and a lot of it was Singleton, and he just busted through and got big chunks after big chunks, it seemed like, on every play, and that was that sweep.
Yeah, and as I said, as Doc Sherman comes, giving us some fist bumps. Much love to Doc Sherman, our boy. But anyways, as I said earlier, Meadowbrook was trying to run. They didn't really have a whole lot of room there early on. And as I said, maybe they should just keep throwing those quick outs, and that's what they did. And it kind of softened Philo's front up a little bit, because remember early in the game, Philo's defensive front was really playing physical, was making the stops and getting a good push. But Meadowbrook was able to finally loosen that up and start running. But once they started running, then they were also able to pass. So they were kind of being able to do almost anything at will, especially that third quarter. I mean, they had 3 straight drives, and good scoring drive, and scored. But again, I've already went over most of the stats, but Brady McManaway was a big on the through the air. Brady had 7 catches for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns tonight. So, as I said, in the 2 two-point conversions. Yep. So nice job by Brady. And Hunter was a little bit more quiet in the second half, but he still ended up with 49 yards on 5 catches tonight. So he also had a 2-point conversion. So nice job by Hunter Eubanks as well. When you think about all those passing yards, usually you would think Jerome Todd or Jonah McCall. But those 2 guys, they were pretty much quiet tonight. But it's nice because when you try to limit Todd or McCall, you've got other weapons like Eubanks and McManaway, and in the backfield, Lacey, quiet, a very uncanny quiet night for him. Uncharacteristic, I should say, quiet night. But Schwartz steps up, and then Singleton, he was just, they say beast mode. He was beast mode tonight for sure.
Just a great effort all around for the Colts, and I mean, you got to congratulate Philo. They came in. They didn't slouch down. They played hard. Of course, we both spoke very highly about their running back, Mr. Munyon, had over 100 yards rushing.
114 unofficially. 3 touchdowns as well.
3 touchdowns, yes. And
So he did a nice job, and through the air, Philo, that's where I felt like, they really struggled to get anything, because, when Munyon was running, if they could have been able to pass the ball a little bit better, mix things up, and sustain drives using not only their ground game, but their passing game, who knows, Philo might have been able to stay a little bit better, but that's a credit because I remember one play there in the third quarter, you called out Damon Webster's name. And then you called out Launder's name, and that was on back-to-back plays. So Meadowbrook's secondary was really doing a nice job there in the second half. You had Brady with a deflection. You had McCullough with a deflection. I remember the one play that McCullough snuffed out there on Munyon. Yeah, and so they just really – Meadowbrook's defense, their offense, they put up tons of yards tonight. I mean, Meadowbrook was close to 500 yards of offense on the night. And so, but that defense, to me, they scored 52 points, and they give up the most points they give up at the game, on the season. But you look at what they were able to do in the second half, and that defense was the story to me.
And you also, another name you didn't mention was Rhett Dyer. He made that big sack and got the big turnover on downs when they were inside the Colts red zone. So the bend but no bend but don't break. Easy for you to say. Really paid off for him, and the Dyer's sack, and then he got Smith running out of the pocket a lot. I mean, Smith was running for his life a few different times. I mean, he definitely can scramble and do that, but I think in the end the Colts just wore Philo down with just the power running game, and then just bringing pressure and making Smith run for his life the whole game, the whole second half at least.
Right, and and the other thing, remember, Train, how many times we saw early in the game, you didn't see it, but in the second half, like I said, it just seemed like Meadowbrook started playing a little bit more physical. It's just like I don't know if I'd like to talk to Coach Clendenning and some of the other coaching staff that I'm friends with just to see what they talked about. Because to me, I feel like they talked to him about being more physical in the second half because they came out and played a much different game in the second half as far as up in the physical game. And, you started seeing Philo players on the ground. And to me, that's a sign of a team being physical. You saw Jonah McCall's nasty hit over there on the sideline. And, just different times you saw, Smith going down. You saw number 2, Preston went down a couple times. McCutcheon come up limping one time. So, I feel like Meadowbrook really not only did they play well, but they really played physically well.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, we saw Preston go down, I think, 3 or 4 times, and thankfully he came back in the game. McCutcheon, when he scored the touchdown, he was even barely moving after he scored the touchdown. So definitely 48 minutes of high school football takes a toll on a lot of people, and it took a toll on the Electrics tonight. So the Colts are going to be victorious here at Eugene Capers Field, a 52-37 victory. So
again, going back, I do want to mention though Smith. We kept praising Munyon and Smith. You had touched upon him and saying what a good athlete he was, what a good quarterback he was. He didn't have quite the time that Singleton had. That's a credit. Meadowbrook's offensive line is just—they're good. Everybody knows they're good. The stats that get put up. Those players don't get their name called enough, and don't get the publicity. And that's usually the way it is in any level of football. But Meadowbrook's line did a nice job. But nonetheless, you look over on the other side, Owen Smith went 14 of 30 and had 169 yards passing. So, not a totally quiet night for him there. So Smith had a nice ball game, and he had the touchdown to Carter McCutcheon there late in the game, so he ended up with the touchdown as well. No picks for either quarterback tonight, which is always a good sign.
There was a few near misses, but But hey, as long as they don't catch them, it's not an interception. So
and each team only had a turnover. Meadowbrook lost a couple balls on the ground, but were able to recover them. But only a turnover each. So the turnover game, both teams give the other side an opportunity. But at the end, Meadowbrook. As I said, I felt like coming out of that half, they come out of the half. They held a huge defensive stand on Philo, and then got the ball back and gave it right back. And that's when Brady McManaway blocked the punt. and then Meadowbrook took over, and then 3 straight drives, boom, 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 they scored. And then remember, in the middle there, Philo scored quickly after Meadowbrook did to get it to 30-24 with 4:30 to go in the third quarter.
Yep.
So, Philo was hanging right there, but then Meadowbrook comes out. They get a touchdown in a little over 2.5 minutes. Dalton Singleton with the 4-yard run to give him a 36-24 lead, and then on that next play, that fumble and the kickoff return that Cale Flowers recovers, and that pretty much to me that was the huge momentum swing. It felt like once that happened and Meadowbrook took it down, scored again, it felt like the game was on ice at that point.
So that's going to do it here from Eugene Capers Field. Again, we'll thank our sponsors, Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. And guess what? 7 o'clock Saturday night.
You're stuck with us
Eugene
again.
Capers Field is the place to be. And if you can't be there, you're stuck listening to the two of us, hopefully.
Right.
So, for Heath Dawson, I'm Darren McCullough. And our great producer, haven't mentioned his name, Heath did once, a great producer, the best in the business.
Battling the camera all night. The coaches were slamming the door next door, and it wasn't like they were being rude. It just that door slams. It would shake our camera around, and Carson was fighting that to keep the clock so people could see that. So he did a nice job tonight fighting that. It just would not stay still all night. And I might be a little fidgety at times too, so who knows? I might have bumped it a time or two, but good job by Carson.
So that's going to be it for us tonight. And yes, thanks to Carson. Always does a great job.
Yep.
Here as our boss is enjoying 90-degree weather. We're
Playing
enjoying
disc golf out at pro tournaments, sending me pictures today, rubbing it in my face as I'm out here turning on my furnace finally.
out here battling through this frigid weather.
Right.
So we are signing out here from Eugene Capers.
Thanks.
We'll see you next Saturday night when the Colts host Galley Academy. Good night.
Good night.